consistent.
Various
Welcome to The Basement.
Go, my car go, 160 swiftly. Rockabye a crew run, the crew run, the crew run. Nah,
Why does he got a
Is
cold?
rap that much different from the 90s till today? Or was it just the beginning about rapping cars?
It is way different now.
Yeah, it's way different. We actually know how to rap now. Nah, imagine.
Actually, niggas are real. All right.
They call it mumble just because they don't understand the words they're using. Nah, I mean,
Hating niggas.
hater. The hater's gonna hate.
I don't know.
These are FY. These are completely not our real views. We just BS.
No, this is my review. I don't know what's going on now.
Oh, here we go, Noel.
I don't think I can.
Talking about. Nah,
I don't think I can make a fair judgment as to like what is exactly happening. Nah, to be honest, I was listening to something in the car just now, and it was like it was like a reggaeton song, and we're talking about milk, leche. Okay.
Yeah.
Your favorite subject?
My favorite subject. Yeah.
Okay, so there was a fight between two
Obama
rappers.
and Trump. Who would win?
Obama.
Obama might win. I think so.
Obama's definitely. He played ball. You know he gonna win.
Yeah.
Wait, play basketball
Yeah, he plays basketball. Like he's good
against
at
Trump?
it. No,
they
if
were
he
to fight?
fought, yeah, if they were to fight.
Physically fight? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Come on.
You know what might be a good match though? Who would win against between Trump and Obama playing golf? Because both of them played golf. I don't know.
I was
how
gonna
good one of
say
them are, though.
they're probably playing golf right now together.
I feel like Trump plays golf just because it's it fits his I don't know, his class.
I never played golf.
Yo, so there was a fight.
I can't really talk crap about it.
There was a fight between these two rapper kids. One name is King Sid versus Smooth Geo. Yo, it was so funny, bro. This one dude was like making fun of how they can't fight. He was like, yo, this is the first mumble fight I've ever seen in my life. He called it a mumble fight, like mumble rap.
So they were battling mumble rapping?
Nah, they were real fist fighting. They met up. They're like rappers, but decided, I'm going to go pull up on this dude. I'm going to pull up.
And
Watch
who won?
me pull up.
They had a physical altercation.
Smooth Geo won by default. Nah. Even though he was throwing up between the whole fight, it was disgusting. I wouldn't let none of these kids near my...
Hell? All right.
Near my
So you recording or what, nigga?
We're recording. Welcome to the basement. Welcome to the basement. Blah blah blah. So Kanye West and Joel Osteen, 2020. Where you at?
Is it official?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know if it's official, but if it is, you know I'm going for my boy. I'm voting for the first time in history. Kanye West.
Yo, but is Joel Osteen joining Kanye West for real though?
Yeah.
I know that he went there.
Yo, that's what he said. That's what they say.
I gotta see something about it, yo.
Yo, man. I mean, yeah.
There has to be a news article somewhere.
Hold on.
I don't know about all that.
We all looking. Come on, man. Nah,
Everybody's Googling. You guys are Siriing. You want me to Googling it? You want me to Googling it? While you guys
It ain't real, nigga.
What's his name? Joel Osteen. He wants him as vice president, bro.
You want Joel Osteen to be vice president, nigga?
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't want Joel Osteen to fix my plumbing.
I want a complete change.
in the nation.
Yo, look at this.
The Abomination?
In the Abomination. What are we looking at?
Oh, this is not what I'm looking for.
Nah, that was definitely.
Yo,
what
you
wanted.
can't put that on, bro.
What is this? He made a song?
You can't be putting that stuff on, papito.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Angry American.
What the hell?
What kind of racist?
Yo, but
Okay, never mind.
I heard
Yo,
Joe.
hold on,
I heard.
guys. Go.
I heard Kanye said something wild in Joel Osteen's church about how the media is trying to manipulate our children. That's what I heard.
Yeah, so he brought a message to Joel Osteen's church. And mind you, but it's so funny because, while he's talking up there, Joel Osteen's still like discipling him, you know what I mean? Which is dope because, it shows his pastoral, mentality, and he's not just going to let somebody just spew nonsense. He's like,
I didn't watch the video. I can't really talk on it.
I think it's well worth watching. And
let me see, while you're rubbing your head, I see that pencil's mad sharp, bro. How'd you do that?
mad sharp, bro.
Look at that, yo.
Mad sharp. Hold on. This is the pencil sharpener 9000.
Oh, that's a crank?
Look, it's stuck on there.
Oh! Say a word. Jose, you hate him right now.
Hater. Walnuts. Get the walnuts, eh? Where's Jose?
That nigga don't know what he's doing. I'm telling you, he gets lost. He doesn't know what's happening.
He's still Googling.
He keeps misspelling. He gets started over and over again.
In the Beninging. In the Beninging. Yo, that shit will never get old, son.
Alright. Yo, Jose. This nigga asks a question. That's what he does. Asks a question, he just stays quiet.
First and foremost, I think the world would change.
Damn, the main
drastically.
I forgot.
What, with Kanye?
Yo, that's what he said. Kanye said. He said he'll run as a Republican if Trump dropped out, or he'll run as an independent.
That's wild, man.
Yo, that's funny. First of all, he just said if Trump drops out. Why would Trump drop out?
Trump is like, I ain't going nowhere, nigga. I don't know who you thought you was.
Yeah. And if he hits the debate stage with Trump, oh my God.
Imagine Trump is like, all right, Pence, you're out of here. Kanye, you're in.
Huh.
I'll be like, what? Yes.
That Trump would do that?
I wish life was that good.
That would be cool.
Because he doesn't have to have Pence as a vice president the second time around. There's been presidents in history that have done that. They've changed their vice president mid, their second term.
Biden, though, he's stuck with my boy Obama.
Obama and them. Oh, it'll be. You think so?
What?
You think that
You think Obama's going to be vice president?
Oh, no. I was saying that
no.
Biden did all 8 years with Trump. I mean,
Oh,
with
yeah. They mostly do
Obama.
it, but it's it's not. There's no rule that you have to.
Right.
Biden was Obama's token white dude?
Nah, he's surrounded. He was the token black guy in the White House. He was still surrounded by many whites. He didn't open any doors for no nigga. He was like,
Done.
Rodriguez? Nah, two niggas.
Not happening, Rodriguez.
Not happening, Rodriguez. Right. Get out of here, Cortez.
What I'm saying was Biden Obama's token white dude?
Nah.
Who do you think Biden is going to pick as his running mate? Did they announce that?
Yeah,
horrible
he's
pick.
got like a whole bunch of girls lined up.
Girls, nigga, women, nigga.
Girls, we're in the He-Man Women's Haters Club.
He belittles women so much that he can't get over their ages. They're girls forever. They're
Listen,
young
all
girls.
right, we've gotten past the dresses. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't.
Nah, he has a few women up, but I don't know, son. It's just him. I wish he would leave.
Who?
I'm sure
Biden?
Yeah, yo, I'm not feeling him at all.
Who?
He said, "Yo, in one of his TV interviews, he was like, and I guarantee you, I am going to beat Joe Biden. I'm going to beat him." And we're like, wait, what?
Yo, there was one time
You're Joe Biden.
he called himself Joe Biden's husband. There's an interview that he does that.
Yo,
And he doesn't catch himself. He just lets it go. He doesn't even
He
realize.
just keeps going, yeah.
At that point, you just hope they pray that they didn't catch it. They did. It's recorded, you idiot. You gotta just keep it moving.
Bro,
Right now, you know who Mike is? Yo, this is the basement. So if you come on the show, just know that's at your own risk. But right now, this nigga Mike, this is who you looking like right now, my boo boo. Look at this. Boom!
Nah, man. Look, I'm gonna show you what I'm looking.
He expected to have a laugh out of that one.
He looks just
He
like
expected
him.
the crowd. Nah.
Oh, they're laughing. Make the face. Make her face.
First of all, who's they, nigga? Nobody's watching. All right, this is us.
He said,
Somebody. You're gonna say he's bored.
what you do? You put it live?
I'm trying to take it off. I don't even know how to stop. How do you stop
Nah,
sharing? I forgot how to use this thing. There you go.
Mariposa. What is a
Mariposa.
mariposa again? That's like a
Wow.
butterfly, right?
Yeah.
But the way you said it,
It sounds like a curse, doesn't it?
oh no, my friend.
You mariposa.
You just said this to that. You just violated the LGBT element of Q community right there. The way you said
Why are
it.
you making fun of him, bro? Don't make fun of him, bro.
He
He
thinks,
can't
I lost track after all the letters.
bro, not even the LGBT watches this podcast.
Yeah, there you go. Noel thought that was the only community that was listening.
That's Jose's community.
And it's not even really his community. He is infiltrating. He is like, he's learning the ropes.
What the hell does that mean?
Literally.
What kind of crooked
Hillary.
Hillary?
Crooked Hillary.
I guess that word does go hand in hand with her name, right?
Yeah, it's over, nigga. Yo, Trump did an amazing job against the whole debate. Amazing. Nobody's ever going to be like him.
He did awesome until the coronavirus. Everything just went downhill for him.
Yeah, word.
No, he's just, but he was referring to in the campaign. My favorite part of the debates where he was like, "Good, because if I were, you would be locked up." It was just like, it got like junior high school level. Like, oh,
Niggas are like, oh!
He was like, I guarantee you, if you look at your panties right now, they'd stink and they'd have poop in them. Boom. I tried.
I'll try to help you, but
I did.
See, the way this guy is looking and acting, that's what happens when you go from New York to where you at? Ohio.
We out here in Ohio, you heard? Cleveland, Lorraine.
Yo, what stages you guys on over there?
What?
What stage you guys on? Do we use numbers here? What
We're
stage?
level 3. We're level 3.
I called this nigga Jesse. He was like, honey, there. When I told him I think we're stage 3, he was. I thought I was maybe we're using letters. I said. Jesse goes, oh, you're in stage green. We're already in stage green. I'm like, you guys are using colors? All right. Who decides this? I want that guy's
what
job.
stage green?
No,
you know what? Jesse has no idea what he's talking about. That's exactly what that is.
That reminds me of in Chicago, they have like training stations, but they use like the red line, the blue line. They have colors and they don't have numbers.
Colored.
Yeah, colors.
Is it because it's simpler? It's simpler because it's the colors. Just green means go.
So you think
Red
colors are
means
more
stop.
simple than numbers?
Yeah, because think about it: green, yellow, and red. Right?
That's
Stop,
subjective.
Go.
That's exactly right.
Very objective.
So green is not go when you're driving?
No, we know that. What we're saying is that colors
It's more simpler.
being easier than numbers is objective.
It's just a method. You see, it's niggas like y'all that make things into an issue for nothing, and we gotta have these crazy laws and meetings about irrelevant.
How do you think the U.S. became a country? They had to go through some shit.
They had to fight, man.
They had to fight.
They had to fight. Basically,
Yo,
it was
Noel, we
niggas.
want to see your face, bro. We
Yeah,
don't want
we
to
do.
see your little goofy ass.
You can't see me.
caricature.
It's too dark. It's too dark in here.
We don't care. Aren't you hot in there? It's like 90
That's objective.
degrees out.
That's subjective.
This guy.
We'll determine whether we could see you or not, bitch.
Subjective.
That's the darn truth.
That's
Yo, it almost
subjective.
feels like there's not even an election happening this year. It almost feels like no. Let's just skip it. Let's skip it. Let's just skip this one.
Listen,
Like, let's
if
not even
there is
have
no
it.
election, guaranteed the Democrats are going to be like, they're going to start complaining about it. They're going to say, this is Trump. He's trying to not lose. All that.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, there's no way they're not gonna complain. I mean, the minute the dude won, you saw the girl. Was it a guy? It was a girl guy, maybe? He was crying.
Don't make
It's
fun.
called a hermaphrodite.
Wow.
Let's speak on that topic. Who, if a hermaphrodite were to get married, what would God expect them to be with? A man or a woman? Or do they get to be whatever they want?
Listen, I consider bisexuals afrentados.
No, he didn't say bisexuals. He said hermaphrodite.
Oh,
Somebody that's born with both parts.
Mm-hmm.
He's asking.
So that means they will have to choose. They will have to make a decision of how they want to do it.
But they have both.
Yeah, they have both.
What if my choice? What if their choice is both? My choice is both.
What if their choice is wrong in the eyes of God?
I don't think that's possible, bro. I think if you have both, you have an option.
I'm thinking.
But is one of those options both?
Those, first of all, those types of
two is wrong.
Those types of people are at the top of the food chain in the LGBTQ community.
Yeah,
without a doubt,
the juice.
They got the juice, nigga. They got the juice and juices.
Wow. I'm
sorry, hermaphrodites.
This is what happens when you move to Ohio. What do you eat out there? What's the main?
Nigga, we eat walnuts. Get your walnuts, nigga.
There you go.
Look at
He
this.
looking like a walnut. His hairdo looking like 3 pounds of walnut. Okay.
Omega-3s, boy. Fatty acids. For your fatty acids.
For your fatty acids. Yo, so are you for real when you say that you're voting for the first time?
Nah.
I was gonna say you're so irresponsible.
Yo, listen, me voting. First of all, if I ever go into a voting booth.
Wait, so you've never gone to a voting booth?
Nah.
Wait, so you never voted?
Yo, I never voted.
Oh, we got a version in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Meow, 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 meow.
All right, so let's go backwards then. If you would have had Obama versus who did he go against the first time? I don't even remember
Hillary.
the dude.
He went against. He was going against Hillary.
What did you say, Jose?
Oh, John McCain.
McCain.
Yeah. Nigga said McLean.
Listen, I can't. Listen, I don't do crackers really well. Go. So, who would you have voted for the
that's
first
racism.
Oh, I definitely would have. If I would have voted, it was definitely going to be Obama. Even though I thought he was the Antichrist.
Yeah,
It
I
still
would
would
have
have
voted
been
for Obama
Obama.
too.
It still would have been Obama.
You didn't vote for Obama the first time, Noel?
No, I didn't vote for that. I didn't vote in the election.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah,
vote
no.
at all. You skipped it. You were like, I'm good.
That
It
was
was like-
2008.
Yeah,
It
I
was
skipped that one.
2008.
He was still
In my mother's womb.
in his in the womb.
All right. So, who did Bush go against?
I actually, when I voted for the second time, I voted for damn, what was his name? John McCain.
You voted for John McCain?
Yeah.
You know, he left out there like this.
He's gonna win. He's gonna bring back.
He left out of that Bodie Voof like a spicky maverick.
He walked away hoping the
think Jose knows
Confederacy was gonna come back.
Oh no, not John McCain. No, I didn't vote. No, my bad.
Oh, look, he doesn't even know what he's talking about. He dumb.
No, not John McCain. It was
Hey, at least
John
I admitted
McCain-
I ain't vote.
John McCain
Al
was
Gore?
the first time.
Al
No, not Al Gore. Damn,
He
nigga.
voted for
It
Al
wasn't
Gore.
It wasn't John McCain. It was the other nigga, John Kerry.
Oh my gosh.
John Kerry.
She's.
Ohio, that nigga.
Oh,
Funny.
that's your boy. Mike.
You
say
talking about
something.
Kasich? Kasich?
No, nigga.
Kasich.
The Mormon.
Oh, okay. John McCain. No. Who did you say?
Yeah, what the hell was his name? I
Kerry.
forgot. I just
Kerry.
said John
Oh
Kerry.
yeah, John Kerry.
John Kerry, the guy who looks like he
I
would
forgot about
be.
him.
He would be
Yeah.
KFC's son. You know what I mean? The KFC guy. It looked like his son, John Kerry.
Even though I didn't agree with everything, he was still closer to morality. He was closer to what I agree with.
You
John
think there's
Kerry.
morality left in
John Kerry, yeah.
in our government?
What was that?
You honestly think there's morality left in our government?
No, the left has no morality, number one.
Right.
So John Kerry is a Mormon.
Their agenda
So
seems to be
he
go
was-
to go against all of morality.
Yeah. So John Kerry's against abortion. Against abortion as a Mormon. So even though he was a Mormon, I'm like, yeah. So in my head, I'm like, all right, if I'm going to vote for somebody to help
You're gonna
somebody, who would I vote for? I vote for babies to try to save their lives.
What?
So I was like, all right, that's all it took. That was enough for me to be like, all right, I'm done. That's what I'm
But see,
voting for.
I mean, let's be for real. That's what everybody does. They jump on the abortion bandwagon because they're Christian. But let me ask you a question, a real deep question. Where wasn't it in the Bible, like, first of all, that God killed the firstborn of all the Egyptians?
The children that were already born? Yeah.
The children that were already born.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the ones that were between ages
But-
0 and 2
but
when
even-
Jesus
but even
was
if-
born,
Even if they were in the womb,
and those
God,
kids were killed.
even if it was in the womb, God is the giver of life. He doesn't owe us anything.
Right. He giveth and the Lord taketh. You know, and
Yeah,
it
so
brings
it
me
doesn't
back
matter.
to that. It's like that one other thing, too, that's like a pet peeve to me when it comes to theology. When people really believe, they're like, oh, that's the mark, yo. You better not take that, yo.
Oh,
The vaccines, or, they'll say whatever it is might be the mark of the beast. But where in the Bible does it say that we'll have the option to choose whether to take it or not?
Oh, I'm taking it.
I don't want to know what's going on in your
I'm
personal.
taking
talking
it,
about,
right?
bro. I'm talking about the mark of the beast.
Yo, this is why I mess with you, Noel, because it's real out here.
I'm getting this mark, nigga.
I'm like, y'all gay. Nah,
The mark of it's probably marking the 5G.
I'm turning my camera off. Y'all turning my camera
I'm turning my camera off too.
Yo, when back in the day, when they first started Social Security numbers, people
know.
thought that was the mark of the beast.
Right.
So I don't know, nigga.
Now
I
they
don't know what
say
the mark of the beast
monsters
is.
the mark of the beast.
I don't even concern myself honestly with that. I'm like, yo, if you're a Christian, right? I think your eyes will be open enough to recognize it when it comes. Because it's not like you're going to get it by accident. People are going to choose, you know what I'm saying? So I think our eyes are going to be open enough to recognize it coming. That's what I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. Because think about how many times have you run into somebody or you met them and you got that vibe from them? And you're like, man, he's such a nice guy. There's something about this guy. And then you find out later on that they're Christian. And you're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense now. I guess not. It happens so much. Yeah, it happens so much that you run into somebody. I think this nigga might have hung up by accident. Mike is there?
I think he's very special. He's a special guy. He definitely muted himself. He's like, he doesn't really want to be a part of the conversation.
He doesn't know how to do this.
There he is.
Am I muted still? Am I muted?
No, you're not muted. You're not muted. It looked like you were doing something you were supposed to, though. You look guilty.
I was like...
You were eating, weren't you?
I had a mouth full of walnuts.
Yo, son. This nigga said, I need a break. I gotta fill my mouth with walnuts.
I gotta fucking fill my... No.
I gotta fill my face with my little half curls. All right. So, y'all posted up a few things. Y'all posted some stuff in the chat, and I was like, you know, you showed me that Google Doc and stuff like topics to cover.
Yeah.
And,
what Google Docs?
What were we recently talking about in the chat room? We were talking about Apple, but y'all went into a whole conversation blowing up my phone. What was that about?
Oh, we're saying that Apple is better than Android.
No, but that's not really an argument.
Nah.
You can't argue with that.
Our argument was Android ain't shit. And
You think that Apple 5 should have just contracted with Elon Musk?
No. The argument was Android is for niggas that can't afford iPhones.
Android's are for niggas that live in the basement. And I just get.
Well, y'all in my house.
We be going too hard.
Yeah.
This nigga crazy, son.
Y'all forgot what we talking about. Oh, the Confederate flag?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like Jose, you hear how he believes that the Confederate flag is cool and he's down with it?
He is the mark of the beast.
So, my thing is that whatever God you believe in, you got to understand that if you're in this country, you have the God-given right to worship any God you believe and say whatever the hell you want.
And that's why God belongs in my city. God belongs.
Yo, listen, you made Danny some money by buying some merch.
That nigga was nice.
That was a plug. That was a quick plug.
Now I have to write in the hashtag. I got to write in the bottom of this, in the bio, I got to write, we do not own this music.
What?
This music.
What music? Oh, the Biggie Smalls song you played?
The Biggie Smalls, all that, son. So
all that, son. I think you can't play more than like 30 minutes. No, 30 seconds of it.
Imagine 30 minutes.
30 minutes. You have to play 30 minutes of that song. That's a CIA CIA.
Non-stop commercial free.
Yeah, that's like a CIA brainwash tactic, isn't it?
I don't know, but I've noticed that the people who are putting music up while they're going live or whatever they're doing, they're writing in the live, I guess, bio. They're writing that they don't have rights to this music. I guess they're getting away with it by declaring that. I don't know how that works. Those niggas are soft.
Those niggas got lawyers behind them.
But now back to the Confederate flag. Just like you got a right to rock your Puerto Rican flag, your Black Panther flag, you have
Black Panther flag.
Hey, it's a freedom of speech. You know, express yourself. How's the song go? Express yourself.
Can y'all hear me,
bro? Yeah, we see your tiger.
Before I think I swiped to the other side and it put me all the way to where you got to tap to speak. I'm using my phone. My bad.
So we got a lion, we got a tapa, to a
Una
sewer.
top.
And we got some fake ass Yankee over here. That's what's going on right now. Yo, you know what I was doing today? I was watching previews of movies to come, and then it would put the date that they were coming out, and it was all past dates that already happened.
That's hilarious.
Like there's one movie that Marvel made, and it's like something mutants or other mutants, and it's
New
basically
Mutants?
new mutant. There you go, new mutants. You got it. And it's basically it reminded me of like Professor X and the Academy or whatever, the school of gifted mutants. It reminded me of that, but in reverse, where instead of him welcoming and trying to get people to help them with their mutant powers, it was like in reverse, where the professor was there to just capture them, and they had to get out. So it was like a twist, much like that little article about the Federation and the Borg, my friend.
That was a good article, right?
Yeah, it was. There was movie previews of like the remake of Top Gun. I'm like, what is happening?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. We got intermission music.
Nah.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Nah, keep it going.
So even Wonder Woman, I think, was supposed to come out like next week or something like that.
Yo, first of all, don't even get me started about this whole COVID cancellation stuff, because they canceled the last. Okay, I watched the whole season 10 of The Walking Dead except the last episode because they couldn't finish shooting. All right? So don't come at me with what you think is messed up.
Okay, so we're just going to leave it there. We're going to drop that topic and go right along to the next topic. What do you got for us, Noel?
COVID-19.
you're just an agitator. You're the type of person you don't want to. You're the dude in class that's the instigator. Like yo, don't let him talk to him like that. Don't let him talk to him like that, bro.
Yeah, he's the fuel to the fire.
Yeah, he is. He has that intrometio. Look at his default picture.
Yeah, a fucking ghetto. That's him. He's a ghetto fucking New York ghetto. What is that guy's name? I don't even know.
Baby Yoda?
Baby Yoda. He's a ghetto Yoda.
Yo, Noel, you laying down right now?
If he was Yoda, bro, but let's be for real.
I am.
Yoda, if he was Yoda, that would be his choice of clothing. That's a
Yo,
fact.
Mike, did you see that? The Mandalorian?
The Mandalorian? No, but I know what a Mandarin is.
Wow. Yo, when you go to, you see, Noel, I'm glad you didn't go to Texas because you just slow down mentally, socially. You become inept, you know? And they
You gotta watch The Mandalorian, bro.
First of all,
Mandalorian's
I'm a northerner. We do not associate with those Confederate people.
in the South.
Yo, bro, I lived in Oklahoma. I know what Confederate is. Like, those motherfuckers down there roll deep with the Confederate flags, big Confederate flags on their trucks. Yep.
That's crazy,
Yo, that's scary.
I would feel scared, nigga.
Yeah, try walking to work with this huge truck flying right past you, screaming white power.
Looking like a Mexican.
I know, looking like a Mexican. That's the
Dangerous,
truth.
bro. It's dangerous.
Freaking tanning mad hard in that sun. Everybody knows you Hispanic out there. This one person was like, "So where are you from?" I was like, "I'm from New York City." He was like, "Oh, but what race are you?" I'm like, "Puerto Rican." He was like, "Is that like a Mexican?" I was like, "Bro, get out of my face before I break your fucking face."
So what did you do when you woke up from the hospital?
No, I didn't. I didn't say that. I thought about it.
You're like, yes, sir. Goddamn wetback, bro.
I'm like, yeah. Where do I come from? What the hell is a Puerto Rican anyway? Nah, just went completely against my race.
Wow.
Like, I mean, let's be for real. How many Puerto Ricans we know here in this chat room alone go against their own race?
Well, you want to take the lead on that one?
Noel. Nah.
What did he say? I didn't miss it.
I said, how many Puerto Ricans do you know go against their own race in this chat room alone?
All of them.
Nah, nigga. That's
All of
you.
us,
You.
Speed.
Yeah, all of us. That's a fact.
All of
We
us.
do.
But we're not even considered Puerto Rican, bro, so we can't even talk.
Oh my God. I'm sending y'all this.
So do you think? So this is the thing, right? As far as American law is concerned, I think flying whatever flag you want is your own business. I honestly don't care what the hell you fly.
Wait, what? If flying a flag is your own business, you said?
Yeah, you do it how you want.
Even if
business.
it's a non-existent freaking concept?
Sure, your business. You do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, all right. I can agree with that. I'm like,
Because
you know what?
if we say that, let's say we do say that, right? Let's say we say, hey, you can't fly a Confederate flag because it doesn't exist anymore, right? So what happens when Puerto Rico becomes a 51st state? That flag doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
So we can't. That's not.
I mean, not necessarily. That's not necessarily true because states have their individual flags, so it would technically be a state flag.
You could do that. But anyway, so the point is we can't stop people from expressing themselves because it's going to backfire somewhere down the line. So you're like, all right, that's what you want to fly. That's your business. I may not agree with it. I think it's stupid. I don't think you understand what the flag is. But if that's how you want to be, then you be who you want. Because once you start getting the government involved and telling us what not to do, they never let that power go. You're never going to get that freedom back.
And according to each other.
According to whom?
And groups start using it against each other according to the law.
Name one law that the government took and gave us back.
Which law that we lost that we felt like we wanted back and never got back? That
all of them. Name one that we got. There's never all of them. Yeah.
Give me one specific example.
All right. The slaves. What happens to the slaves?
Oh my God. I'm done.
This dude just did a 360, 180.
I hate Noel, bro. Yo, he's the worst.
Yo, Noel, if you would have kept that up and he wouldn't have realized it, that would have been hilarious, bro. I would have been done.
I knew once he said that, I just thought it was the wildest joke I've ever heard.
Yo, you saw his face. We're gonna do a little. I'm gonna see if I can note that. Yeah,
he was shocked, nigga.
Yo, that was epic. We're gonna make a meme out of that one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So name one thing, Noel.
Gun laws in New York. You're never getting them back.
That's a fact.
Never getting them back. Listen, look how hard it is just to get a non-deadly drug back into people's hands. You know what I'm saying? Marijuana is not deadly.
Right.
The government decided it's deadly, and look how many years it's taking.
And I quote a Senate saying the reason for the prohibiting this particular substance was, he said, because the niggers smoke it. It was only racially challenged. It was no scientific backup that made marijuana illegal. It was a straight racism. That's what made it illegal.
Well, I'm sure the guy was racist. I thought it had something to do with the hemp plant in general, because the hemp plant, what's the name, Ford made a car out of hemp plant.
Yeah.
The show, right? So they were like, no, you can't. You're gonna take away from the steel industry. Right. You're gonna take away from the paper industry. So they're like, we have to make it illegal. Yeah, so we gotta make it illegal.
The lumber industry, the timber industry.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of.
It was
So I'm sure some of that to do with
used
racism,
for
I'm sure, but a
textiles.
lot of it also had to do it.
So you can
Listen,
make plastic furniture. You can make patio furniture. It was used for livestock.
You can make more paper per square foot with hemp than you could with timber.
You just Siri that, didn't you?
A lot of things that they do is money based.
I just made that fact up.
Yeah, so all these other industries would have been affected by the growth of hemp. So they were like, listen. And it's crazy because instead of going with a natural source that the environment provides, hemp, they could have created PVC pipes. Instead, they used plastic, burning all these chemicals into the air when they could have used something that comes right off the ground.
So what I'm saying too is that for us to get something that we gave up or that we allowed them to have, they spy on us all the time. We let them have that because we thought, oh, they got to
getting it back.
Yeah, because we're like, oh, the terrorists, you got to look up for the terrorists. We gave that up, never getting that back. They're always going to spy on us. So for us to get something that we gave up takes so much. But we let them take it in an instant. No problem. But for us to get it back, it takes forever. Like, look at Prohibition. This nigga Mike is gone. Both of y'all gone? I lost both of y'all.
Nah, I'm here. I'm listening to you. I just keep myself muted because the Dominicans upstairs, my neighbors, the Dominican is every day Friday, Saturday music time. So
I don't hear them at all.
You know, you don't? That's amazing. That's amazing because I do. But go ahead, finish that thought.
I want Mike to hear it. Mike's talking to his,
so Mike's ears are more important than mine and the audience. You selfish little bitch.
All right. So look at this. Look at Prohibition. You know what Prohibition is?
Yes. Go ahead. Explain it for the audience because I don't know.
Okay. So Prohibition is the government saying alcohol consumption is illegal. So they made it illegal. For us to get it back, look, during Prohibition, senators, congressmen were all getting drunk, even though it was illegal, right? There's a guy that used to work inside Congress. He went by an alias called the Man in the Green Hat. And he wrote, after it was all over, he wrote letters and gave them to New York Times, I think it was, or Washington Post, and they published it in newspapers, basically saying for the past, I forgot how many years it was that the prohibition took place. I think it was only 10 years. For the past 10 years, he's been supplying Congress with alcohol. The same people that voted for it to be illegal was drinking it behind everybody's back. The same people.
Right.
And then when they talk about it,
Rockefeller was selling it out of the back of his car. He was selling it out of the trunk of his car.
That's how he got rich?
Yeah, that's how he got. That's one of the ways he got rich. Yeah, for sure.
So you could get rich illegal. So why don't everybody else do it then?
Do it.
So think about what it took for us to get alcohol basically legalized again. It took 3/4 of every state to say yeah. It took it to be ratified by Congress. It took so much, an outcry. It took for the mob to be born. It took for people dying in the streets. It took the government poisoning alcohol, killing people. It took all that because we decided like, oh yeah, make it illegal because sometimes people get hit by cars. And now look, to this day we're dealing with Prohibition era problems.
Yeah. And mind you, they legalized liquor because they realized, one, they can't do nothing about it. The people are consuming this by, first of all, throughout history, all you can see are things like people partying, no matter the year.
Yep. Jesus said, "Bring me water. I got y'all."
He's like, "I got y'all. It's about to be lit. we about to get twisted."
Check this out real quick.
He was like, "Wait, but I thought we have the good wine."
Oh, my bad.
In 2020, the 18th Amendment went into effect, banning the manufacture, sale, and distribution of intoxicating liquors.
Well,
the Prohibition era had begun. It was the result of a long, hard-fought campaign by the Dries, as the Anti-Saloon League, the Women's Christian Temperance Union, and other Prohibition advocates were known. They considered alcohol to be America's national curse and believed a federal ban would help lower crime rates, strengthen families, and generally improve the national character. But the noble experiment, as it came to be known, would last little more than a decade. What went wrong? For one thing, Prohibition turned out to be bad for the economy. Thousands of jobs were eliminated when breweries, distilleries, and saloons were shut down. Despite grand expectations that banning alcohol would boost sales of other goods and entertainment, the result was the opposite. Restaurants couldn't make enough money without liquor sales, and theater revenues actually declined. The federal government lost valuable excise tax revenue to the tune of some $11 billion. At the same time, it spent more than $300 million to enforce the ban. And we bet you didn't know that it was never actually illegal to drink during Prohibition. The 18th Amendment bans manufacture, sale, and distribution of alcohol, not its consumption. People certainly didn't stop drinking, but they did start buying more illegal liquor. Bootleg alcohol was often of lesser quality and sometimes even dangerous. On average, 1,000 Americans died every year during Prohibition from the effects of drinking tainted liquor. And what about the idea that banning alcohol would cut down on crime? In fact, crime rates actually rose during Prohibition. In addition to gangsters like Al Capone, who made around $60 million annually from his bootleg operations, the illegal alcohol trade made criminals out of millions of formerly law-abiding Americans, including police officers or Prohibition agents tempted by lucrative bribes. By the end of the 1920s, the majority of Americans were losing patience with Prohibition. Franklin D. Roosevelt won the presidency in 1932 with a platform that pledged to end it. In 1933, the 21st Amendment repealed the ban on alcohol. It was the first time in history that a constitutional amendment had ever been repealed. Some say FDR toasted the end of Prohibition with his favorite drink, a dirty martini. A few states remained dry after the repeal, but by 1966, all of them had abandoned Prohibition, and America raised its glass to the end of the noble experiment.
Bueno, mi gente.
Okay, so where's the church now on this issue?
I.
Oh, what did they do? Accept it? They said Jesus drank. What am I talking about over here? They didn't
follow the laws of the land.
Follow the laws of the land. I hate. That's another pet peeve of mine. They misinterpret that verse so hard. The church misinterprets that completely hard, like way off, bro. Way off.
Read it, nigga. Where is it?
What do you mean, read it? The context of. Let's talk about y'all hear me? Or am I muted?
No, we can hear you.
All right, so let's talk about the. You know, that's the thing. They take a lot of people take a verse, you know, and they run with it, bro. And then
So what are you trying to? So then tell me the context.
All right, let's go. If we're gonna talk Bible, let's have a quick Bible study. I would love to do this. All right.
While that's happening, we're probably
All
sponsored
right.
by the white version of Triple Paste. That's right. That's what that looks like, and it's actually called Butt Paste.
What the hell,
little baby? It's something that you buy in Staten Island. I can't imagine this being in the other boroughs.
Can we put in your ass?
I love how you're always thinking about my ass. Why couldn't it be like a rash under my arm or something? You know, it's hot, eczema, nothing. But no, you always go right to the Bible. Go ahead, Mike. Take us to the Bible.
All right. Let's go to Romans chapter 13. Right? This is where people start from in their Bibles. They're like, let's go to Romans 13. This is the whole context of this. All right. Forget everything else you've ever read in the Bible. Let's stick to Romans 13, verses 1 through 2, which states, let every person be subject to the governing authorities, For there is no authority except from God, and those that exist have been instituted by God. Therefore, whoever resists the authorities resists what God has appointed, and those who resist will incur judgment. For rulers are not a terror to. Oh, okay. You know what? Let me not even go further than that. I want to just stick with what people talk about, which is this one right here, which is verses 1 and 2. You know, we continue to verse 3. That's fine. Let me just read it because you wanted to say something.
Because you wanted to talk.
Because you wanted to talk.
Give us your contact, like this guy said.
All right. So it says it says for rulers are not a terror to good conduct, but to bad. Would you have no fear of the one who is in authority? Now, this right here is where I say there is a possibility of, people not being of God who are in authority, because there are rulers that we're dealing with today in today's society who, let's be for real, as a Hispanic, I'm scared of cops. I'm scared to walk by a cop for no reason. I don't do anything. I don't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't. I'm not saying I don't do anything. I mean, I'm a human. We wild out. Nah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but cops aren't rulers of the law.
No, but they're considered the authorities, right? Of what's happening? Hold on, my bad.
I thought you were playing politics.
No.
Uh-oh. Somebody's in trouble. Right now, his daughter's yelling at him. Why don't you spend time with me? You're always on the phone. That's messed up, right?
On the phone. Always on the phone.
Daddy.
I haven't spoken because I want to hear what he's saying.
I want to hear the context too.
No, she just had to tell her good night.
Oh, that's an aw moment if I had sound effects. Okay, give us your reason. Can you explain to us your point first and foremost?
Okay, so my point is, oh snap, that was loud. My point is this is that there are instances in the Bible as well where we see that there were rulers that were not behaving of God. There were authorities that were not behaving in the likes of God. And the Lord himself separated his people from that people.
So you're saying that the word of God in this particular two phrases pertain to the United States because he separated us, or Australia is in there, but who doesn't make the cut?
No. What I'm saying is that, okay, I'm talking about let's say in conjunction.
Because they were rulers that were like Kim Jong-un, to bring it to like modern day.
Yeah, no, what I was talking about, like, let's say, for example, let's say in our context as what we understand here in America, right?
Society, yeah.
In society. So what we were just told to do was let every person be subject to the governing authorities, right? Governing authorities, the government.
So if I live in North Korea,
you're supposed to be subject to Kim Jong-un. And I think because of verse 3 here, which says, for rulers are not a terror to good conduct, but to bad, would you have no fear of the one who is in authority? Then do what is good, and you will receive his approval, right? So, in other words, now, for rulers are not a terror to good conduct, right? Now, what if we're dealing with a ruler who is a terror to good conduct? Like, for example, the king of Egypt at the time of Exodus. Right?
Yeah, but even then, God didn't tell them break the law. God said, I got this for you.
No, didn't Moses kill one of them?
You're talking, yeah, but that's before, that's when Moses left.
That was before Christ. Nah.
That was before the
before Jesus came. It's not,
no,
but that's before.
When you constantly, let's say when you, all right.
Listen,
See,
listen. The way I interpret that phrase is this: you do good because it's good. If you're in a scenario,
right,
any
exactly.
scenario that you're in,
Facts.
you have the option of doing good or
Right.
doing bad, and your action is gonna have a result, and you want the best result. Your best chance is to do good.
Now, let me ask you a question. If our government, mind you, the Bible, let me not even go there. I want to go back. I want to go to Revelation and talk about.
But my question is the rulers, are they ordained by God? Does God permit that to happen?
Hold on, because this is what I'm trying to explain. Now, in Revelation, for example, we're told that there's going to be a time where we're going to have to, there's going to be a certain people in particular that will be beheaded because they went against the rulers and authorities because they believed that in the Christ and they confessed Jesus until their death. Right? Now, is that contradicting what Romans 1 was talking about?
No.
No, not at all. Because if anything, it expresses exactly what I was saying about if we're dealing with rulers that are, terrorizers of good conduct.
All right, so let's try to keep the context to America, just so we can.
Right, like for example, during the stop and frisk laws, right? During stop and frisk, look at the stop and frisk that was going on in New York City, right? As a Hispanic male, I encountered, being terrorized, even though I was in good conduct, right? I was a victim of being terrorized, even though I maintained good conduct. I wasn't involved or doing anything at the time, right? But because of the color of my skin, I was terrorized. You understand?
Yeah, but just because you're terrorized doesn't mean you need to disobey the law.
But I wasn't disobeying the law. I just simply said that I was in good conduct. I wasn't out. I was a law-abiding.
Yeah, but okay. So the authorities had a rule. You didn't break any laws. You didn't break any rules. And they checked. You didn't break it. You're good to go.
No, I wasn't good to go. I had a pistol pointed at my chest. I was detained illegal. I was illegally detained. I had no reason to be detained. There was no reason for it. No Miranda rights, or there was no read to me or said to me, or there was no reason for me going into the vehicle or getting cuffed. I was asking from the beginning. I said, so why am I being detained? Was my question. I was never answered. It wasn't until I got to the precinct and I was, mind you, they took me from Gowanus Projects.
Oh, you got arrested.
They took me all the way from Gowanus Projects. Mind you, I was coming out of my doorway in Gowanus Projects to seeing a silver pistol pointed at my chest telling me some wild shit to get my hands onto the wall. And I'm like, first of all, the first thing I said was, first off, are you guys the police? Because I didn't even know. All they had on was hoods and a facial hair that blocked everything here, right? So it looked like they used their facial hair as masks and had hoodies on, right? Corny. But, it was like.
As you're describing it, I'm picturing a terrorist.
That's what it looked like. So I'm not sure what was going on at first. So I'm like,
racism.
I said, yo, I mean, let's be for real. What was it? It seemed like I was being terrorized. There was terrorism going on because there was no reason for.
Okay, but listen. So there's a difference between being detained and being arrested.
Bro,
there's also another difference between charging and playing the net.
I was taken from Gowanus Projects. Listen, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. Yes, we understand the concept of, police, the way they should be policing is, unless there's a crime, if there's not, then, you should be free to go. That in a beautiful world, that's what it would have been. But in New York City, during the specific time that police officers were told specifically to stop and frisk Latino and black men, males, not men, males, because I was a kid. I was a kid at the time. A little kid.
What does that do with the Bible?
And in conjunction with the Bible, if you were listening, you would understand that I was saying, if, mind you, I felt being terrorized, like I was terrorized. Mind you, I live in Ohio right now. Yo, I love the way they police out here, bro. That's one thing. I love the way they police out here. Like the police.
Are they white?
Police are white, Hispanic, black. Yo, I met mad different. I've hung out with so many police officers out here without the fear of, are they gonna like hurt me? You know what I'm saying? Like they took away that fear that I did have for police. You know what I'm saying? Because of the things that I went through with New York City police officers in particular. I've never, anywhere else I've been in my life, like I never had to deal with that in my, like, you know?
But you would think where you live now, you would be dealing with that more and more than ever.
Yo, man.
So that kind of.
But wait. I want to finish the.
So basically, I mean, if you didn't understand what I was saying is that in context, in a biblical context, right? You know, we're in context with the United States of America. There are certain things that are not in conjunction with the Bible, you know, or there's not. Bringing it a step further, like, or you know what? I'll leave it there. There aren't things there are things in America that aren't in conjunction with the Bible. Like, for example, stop and frisk. That was something that was, you know what I'm saying? And mind you, even then, I don't have any record of, you know, retaliating against the police or anything crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't sue the police department, which lawyers were trying to get me to do. You know what I'm saying? I didn't seek anything like that because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put that in God's hands. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of person I am. You know, not everybody's gonna think like me. You know, unfortunately, there's gonna be people out there gonna seek revenge or whatever the case is, but you know, like I said, there's a lot of misinterpretation to that in particular, like for example, the marijuana laws. You know, I don't think obeying the government on that specific topic is biblical. You know, because in my opinion, you know, the terror.
But we're not living in a theocracy, right? We're living in on a constitutional republic.
Yeah, you would think so. You would think so, but our votes didn't count for when that was prohibition. When the prohibition came against it, and matter of fact, during that time, it was targeting. It was prohibited with the agenda of targeting people of color.
Okay, yeah, but I want to just stick to following the laws of the land. What does that have to do with? Why do we think we shouldn't follow the law of the land because of that? But some cops are bad.
What I'm telling you is that I never said I'm not saying that we do not listen to that verse. What I said was people misuse that verse.
How?
People misuse that verse by, let's say, for example, you can't, you know, like what I just said, like as far as, you know, you got to obey the laws of the land, right? You got to, if let's say the topic was, you know.
Stop and frisk.
Stop and frisk, right?
Stop and frisk is still legal. Let's keep it there. Let's keep it the conversation. Yeah. Let's make believe stop and frisk is the law of the land. Do we let the cops stop and frisk us?
Right. Do we let them?
Yeah.
Do we let them stop and frisk us?
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, no. At the end of the day, we have no choice.
Yeah. I think it's illegal. Don't get me wrong. I think it goes against our constitutional.
Right.
I think it's the Fourth Amendment. I want to believe it's the Fourth Amendment. I'll tell you right now.
It violates first, second. It violates our constitutional rights completely. I've been violated completely.
We won
Alright,
that
look, the
argument.
fourth-
Stop and frisk was eliminated, and it was what basically
Man,
what it basically assassinated this nigga's chances of the
When?
presidential run.
when was it eliminated?
It happened a few years ago. I want to say maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh. And it was something
Yeah.
Giuliani put in play and was
Yeah.
it was stopped. And he apologized. It's what murdered his chances of the run.
Yeah, that's why he couldn't become
Beside
president.
that point.
So why
Beside
just
that
recently-
point.
Hold on,
I think this was before Obama became president.
Why recently do we know of stories from NYPD who came out just recently that still claim that they were doing stop and frisks?
Bro, people can claim whatever. Yo, it's the First Amendment. That's the anomaly about the First Amendment.
No, I'm talking about
you
specifically
can
police officers.
literally say anything.
Specifically, police officers
You
are
can say whatever you
saying
want.
that they were commanded by their head officer, their chiefs,
Yo,
to
you want me
stop
you
and frisk
want me to
young
look it
black
up?
and
If
Hispanic
stop and
males.
frisk is still legal.
I believe that's true. I don't think anybody disagrees
There's
with
nothing
you.
to look up there. There's people today. We have John Gray. You know, freaking. We have Freddie Gray. My bad. You know, look at all these people from New York City who now.
Wait, hold on. We gotta stick to one because this happens every time I talk to somebody. They say let's talk about this guy and this guy and this guy, but then we don't never talk about the guy, so we don't know the details of what happened.
Oh yeah, my bad. He was doing something really illegal. He was selling
Whatever
cigarettes.
it was. You
Come
see,
on.
but that's not Freddie Gay. You're talking about what's the guy that got died in Staten Island? No, the guy that died in Staten Island.
That was Freddie Gray.
No, Freddie Gay. That wasn't. Freddie Gay is the one that died in the van. Remember, he broke his neck or something like that. His neck broke in the van.
Nah, Freddie Gray is the one that got choked out.
Nah, I'll tell you right now. Let's look it up right now.
Was it? Not Freddie Gray. Maybe it wasn't Freddie Gray.
No. Freddie Gay. Definitely Freddie Gray. He died in Baltimore.
Oh, okay. No, not him.
He was charged for possession of a knife. He had injuries in his spinal cord. That's how he died. What's the name of the guy that died in Staten Island? I forgot his name. How can I forget?
Oh my God, I drew a blank too. That's so weird. Man, I can't even Google. I can't even begin to Google search. This is crazy.
What's his name? Eric Gardner. Jeez,
Eric Gardner.
That took
Oh my
forever
God.
to freaking think.
So
back to the point.
Pick one of them and let's just talk about that one.
I don't want to. I don't look.
Jesus,
But
the way you
what
said
I'm
that is
saying is,
horrible,
it's
bro.
far from what I'm trying to explain to you is that the terror that comes from the government.
Yeah, I feel terrorized by the government every day. Once they told me I can't carry a gun.
Right? There are certain things that
That's
go against
terrorizing.
because it's going against what they're saying that is a right.
Yeah, sure.
It's like, and then at the same time it's like, no, but you can't. Yo, pick up that gun, son. I dare you, Joe. You know what
I
I'm saying?
won't.
It's
Joe,
like,
trust me, yo. There's things that they do that I think is illegal. But
Right.
there's nobody, because we live in basically a Democrat-run state. They're not going to fight against it because
And
the
that's
constituents vote for them.
and that's why I
Here we go.
equivocated
The
to
NYPD infamous stop and frisk policy found unconstitutional in the summer of 2013. Leadership conference intern.
Man.
The decision announced last week that a
I left
federal
New York
judge
City
found New York City
2014,
police
and
department-
2014 was my last incident with the police. So
Maybe
that's
you do something dumb, nigga. What
I'm
were you
not
doing?
saying.
No,
Hold on.
I wasn't
You
doing
do
anything.
something dumb. I'm not saying that.
I wasn't doing
I'm
anything.
not saying, bro.
What'd you
I'm
do?
not-
Tell me the situation. I'll
Hold
tell you
on.
what you
Hold
did.
on. Hold
Okay,
on.
I walked out of my apartment.
Were you Puerto Rican at the time?
That's
Yeah.
it. Put your hand
That's
behind
it,
your back.
nigga. You
That's it.
wildin', yo. You wildin' going out like that.
Bro, I'm not saying
That's
that it.
illegal stop and frisk.
I'm not saying it's illegal. Exactly what you said. It's illegal. At that point in 2014, after this judge found that it was unconstitutional, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen, bro.
What made it unconstitutional? Does it say?
What do you mean?
That's a lot of reading. You know what I'm saying? Somebody.
Hold on, because I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this to you now. Where the hell is it? Oh, crap. Where the hell I closed it?
Yo, first of all, this is what I'm saying. A lot of people.
No, wait, hold on. Let me read this. The Fourth Amendment is this: the right of the people to be secure in their possessions, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue, but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly described by the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized.
Exactly. And none of that was explained to me. That's what I'm trying to explain. I was detained.
The thing is, I don't know why they do this, the government, because they expect everybody to know the Constitution.
Right.
They shouldn't. I mean, it's the school's fault that we're not, honestly. By the time we graduate high school, we should all know the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments, because those are the ones the foundation of the country.
Yo, can I go? Here we go. In the decision announced last week, a federal judge found the New York City Department stopping first policy unconstitutional. The controversial policy allowed police officers to stop and interrogate and search New York citizens on the sole basis of reasonable suspicion.
Yeah,
Judge
and that right there is
Hold on, Judge Sarah ruled that New York City Department stop and frisk tactics violated the Constitution's Fourth Amendment prohibition of the unreasonable search and seizure. The overwhelming evidence suggested that the policy is used as a method of radically profiling and harassing Black and Latino citizens, minorities, and many civil rights organizations such as the Center for Constitutional Right and the NAACP have voiced strong opposition to the policy. In 1999, Black and Latinos made 50% of blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not saying it doesn't continue happening. And that's the argument that people are saying, that accountability needs to happen. Did you hear what I think it was the mayor or the governor hired an independent review on the riots and the NYPD, and basically what their recommendation was? And this lady came out with this recommendation of that the people or group of citizens should have or a committee should have oversight on the department and be able to hire and terminate the commissioner and reprimand.
Like a sort of an authority, like a accountability.
Currently, the mayor is the person who hires and terminates the police commissioner. This would be a third party that would have that, and it would be under review. They can hire, promote, and lower ranks. What are your thoughts on that? Give it to the hands of the people.
I think that would be awesome.
Person. But it's just another person, right?
I think it would be awesome.
It's just another person looking for a title, looking for a seat, looking to, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you know, they have their parties and their little get-togethers and they have their connections, and it's always going to be that. How do you stop that?
Right. That's unfortunate.
Where do you get to the core of the problem, and what do we really,
like I said, I think it would be
really do? You're in Ohio, nigga.
I think it would be cool if that were the case and we had the opportunity to, you know, after, you know, let's say after like a court case, or even if it didn't get that far, but you know, you felt like things were taken too far, and you know, hopefully that they do leave like an open line for people, the citizens to call, you know, and report certain people. I mean, and they do take their job.
At the end of
seriously.
the day, you got to stand up for yours, and that's what the Constitution is there for the individual and for the people.
Yo, Jose, I sent you something on WhatsApp.
Girl, you better stop talking like that. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you gotta fight for
what I send you, if you could play the first minute, that's it.
Just the first minute.
Not even the first minute, just like
But it's never
like,
gonna go. Bro, yeah, you
I'm
could do it
wrong,
yourself. I don't know why you are. Listen, bro, you're never gonna end those people who have those mindsets. You're not gonna end racism. But
no, I'm not sitting here trying to end racism. What I'm saying is that the sole purpose for this conversation was because I was saying
the laws
something,
of the land. We were back to
right,
the laws
and
of the land.
you said the laws of the land, remember? And
Yeah,
I was like, man, that's so misinterpreted, and people totally misinterpret that verse. I'm like, and people don't recognize the time to be like a Stephen the Levite, who was opposing the laws of his land in all reality, right? Wouldn't you say Stephen the Levite was opposing the laws of his land?
I would say that.
Right? Completely.
But to the core of what that how are you saying it's being misused?
Well, because I think people run to it when they feel like
when it's convenient.
When it's convenient, yeah.
When it's convenient.
And it's like, okay, but that's not, it's like, okay, you can't say, like some people, they're in their own worlds, So a lot of us are in our own world, bro, completely. We belong to a whole different thought pattern.
I've met people that I've had conversations with about voting, about your rights, your amendments, all this other stuff, and they're literally like, no, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Like they literally respond almost as if I were to get involved in that, I feel like I would make a mistake and then I would be in trouble.
Jose, you got the video.
I got it, papi. I'm waiting for you. You're napping over here in that van. Like
just play like a few seconds of it.
The few seconds of it.
If police flag you down, pull over immediately, turn off your car, and place your hands on the wheel. The police like to see your hands for their own safety, so wait until they request your paperwork before reaching for it. At night, it's also a good idea to turn on the interior light so that the officer can see you're not armed.
I just want to stop at the point.
See any ways
I'll tell you when to stop, Jose. Just keep it on.
Handle yourself better.
Good evening, officer. How's it going?
Did you know you were swerving between lanes?
All right. What he's doing, what he's saying right now, this is how you should be doing it.
Right. In a perfect world, this would work.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, but yo.
Wait. Stop. Just don't play.
But stop and frisk laws did not.
Let me see your license and registration.
Sure. My license?
First of all, he was reaching for a gun.
Now, Darren, we've had some problems with gangs moving guns down this highway.
Pause it right there.
Any Tech 9s, are you?
No, sir.
I didn't think so.
Yo, pause that. Okay, so stop and frisk is this. Because even though it's illegal, they still do it to this day, right?
Right.
So what he did right now, he asked me, are you packing any Tech 9s? He said, no. Yeah. The cop could easily be like, well, just to make sure, let me search your car, whatever. You can say no. Unless they have reasonable doubt.
I don't consent to
search and seizures, right? But the cop could lean in the car, say, I smell marijuana. So it looks like there's smells like there's drugs in that car, and they can force a search.
Right.
They can still ask you, but they'll be like, oh, we got to get a dog. The dog will come. They'll signal the dog to bark or lay down or whatever the dog does, and now they got a search going on in your car. Even though you still didn't do nothing in their line.
Right.
So when they say stop and frisk is illegal, they just change their tactics. You know what I'm saying? Okay, no problem. You didn't do anything wrong, right? All right, press play.
So you don't mind if I take a look, do you?
Officer, I know you're just doing your job. I don't have any guns or whatever, but I don't consent to searches.
Perfect. Rule number 3. You have the right to refuse searches. This comes directly from the 4th Amendment. For your protection to legally apply, you must be prepared to clearly state your refusal under pressure. Everyone repeat after me. I don't consent to searches.
Don't consent to searches.
That's a cult.
Okay, yeah, that's cult. Number one.
Searches.
Twice.
One more time.
I don't consent to searches.
You a law student or something?
So if I show that I know the rules, he might think I'm a law student. Or maybe I got big legal connections.
Perhaps. But don't get carried away by saying stuff like,
I know my rights,
Yeah, that's you, nigga. That's you right there. That's Mike. I know that's Mike right there.
Now, wait. Now, the reason why, now you can turn it off now. That's what I wanted to that part.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't just say I know my rights.
Wait. It's not even what he's saying. It's the attitude. Once you give the cop that attitude, it's over. They don't want to hear that. They're done. They're gonna start writing fake things in the report.
I wouldn't say they don't want to hear that. I think that's specifically what they want to hear.
Okay, but either way,
in every instance I've ever came across, there was always two options: the right and the wrong. And every time I chose the wrong, that always backfired.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is this:
even when doing the right thing felt like I was weak, I was small, I was irrelevant. Even when it felt that way at the time, I always walked out in the positive when I chose to do the right thing.
So real quick, right?
Right. I mean,
you ever been to the DMV in Coney Island or something?
Oh God.
How do they treat you?
Is it so bad?
But this is what I'm saying.
How do they treat you?
So check this out. They took me from.
Wait, hold on. I want to make something clear. How do they treat you at the DMV in Coney Island?
I haven't been to the one in Coney Island.
Jose, how do they treat you out there?
I don't know. It's not that bad. The one in Atlantic is horrible.
Yeah.
The one in Atlantic. You know why they act like that?
Bro, the one in Atlantic, people are smoking weed.
There you go. No, but look, real. That's what I want to hear. Because people are assholes all day long. They start to treat them like assholes. So this is the same reason why the cops do that to us. Because everybody is like the second guy. There's the second way he did it. I know my rights, nigga. You can't. They deal with that all day long. So when they meet somebody that's nice, they don't think he's nice. They treat him like an asshole.
But that's
and it's just
and it's not excusing the.
They look
it's
for
not
that type of person.
Hold on, but no. Listen. Regardless whether they're looking for it or not, and it doesn't excuse the fact that they have to deal with crap 24/7. Yo, you chose that profession,
right?
I'm not.
Okay,
right.
But hold on. But what I am also saying is that, and this is not excusing the behavior. The reality is, you go to the DMV in Staten Island or in Jersey or in some hippity hup neighborhood, and
like
it
Ohio.
is almost like Ohio. It is almost like you feel like you're gonna get something free, or some hidden camera's gonna come around and be like, "Trick ya, you in the hood, nigga," because you compare it to the way you're treated in the Atlantic, the Brooklyn DMV. But then again, people are like, "Oh, we're like this because of our circumstances. We were slaves and we were minorities and we were this." So it's like, yo, stop.
Bro, Brooklyn though, Brooklyn, we know for sure is completely segregated till this day.
Y'all niggas change the subject again. Let's finish the subject. Y'all niggas can change it. Listen. So the cops act like assholes. They're gonna treat you like an asshole. They're gonna be the worst experience you ever had in your life. But if you prove to them,
why should it be like that?
It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, but in that interaction, you're not gonna solve the issues in society.
But y'all niggas interrupt and don't listen. If you go to Mike's, where Mike lives right now, the cops are amazing. You know why? Because the people there are probably nice.
Yo, people say hi to one another every morning.
It makes it easy for the cops to be nice to everybody. But we bring it upon ourselves to act like the way the second guy did. I know my rights, nigga. You can't touch me. The cops are like, yo, everybody here in this whole neighborhood, they're all assholes. So that's how we got to act with them. If we was to that's why I don't like to blame other people for our problems. I always blame us. We did something. How can we fix it? You can't rely on somebody else to fix your problems. You fix it yourself. So when people blame cops, it's like, all right, let me ask you a question. How did you behave with the cops? How did your cousin or your uncle?
But see, you're telling us to stick to a topic, and you're jumping from mad different topics. You don't even realize.
Okay, so then tell me the topic I changed.
Okay, so we're talking about
the laws of the land.
The laws of the land.
This is the laws of the land topic I'm talking about here. Because you talked about being terrorized. I'm just continuing with the vibe. They're terrorizing you because your people decided to treat them like terrorists. You treat them like assholes.
But what Mike is saying is that they treated
that's
like
right,
they treated
nigga. That's
us
right,
like terrorists
nigga.
first.
I see it all day.
But what Mike is
How
saying
do you know
that
how do you know that was them that did it first? Were you back in the day?
Yo,
you don't know what happened.
You are a sellout.
Okay. See, but this is the thing.
Something.
This is wait, hold on. This is why black people that are educated get called Uncle Tom. This is exactly why. Because as soon as they start breaking it down and saying, look, guys, if we change the way our culture is, we're gonna become better. People are like, oh, you're Uncle Tom, you're trying to be white. It's like, why is white good? Why are you thinking white is good? White is not good. White is just white. Black is just black. We should all be good. But as soon as somebody starts talking about, oh, I want to do this, I want to go to school. Oh, you're trying to be white. You're Uncle Tom. It's like, what are you talking about, son?
So listen, what they're talking about. Okay, let me explain that type of thought. Because look, I went to literally an all black and Puerto Rican elementary school, or all black and Puerto Rican. Like, it was only blacks and Puerto Ricans, bro. I'd never seen a white person in any of my schools. Very few Mexican, probably like 2 or 3.
3 Mexicans, I got it.
Right? You have Dominicans, that's about it. Dominicans, Puerto Ricans,
the worst.
black.
Dominicans are the worst.
Right? Yo, I had the worst. I went to literally the worst. In my opinion, it was like the worst schools in Brooklyn.
Yo, Mike,
bro.
you recently graduated, right?
What's that?
You recently graduated, right? You got
a
diploma?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Of all the people you knew back on the block, is everyone completely happy for you? Or do you think like maybe one or two are looking at you like, this nigga?
Yo, let's just say I had people call me and say, yo, you put a lot of people to shame, bro, graduating like that. You put a lot of people to shame.
So those people that are put to shame, do you think that...
Hold on, look at this. I want to show you something.
Do it, because somebody will Photoshop it, bro. And they'll graduate tomorrow.
This right here is an associate of art. I mean, right? I'm an artist, bro. This is associate of art. This one right here.
Yo, Jose, you keep interrupting him, yo.
This right here is an associate of science. Right?
No,
now look, I just want to say something. Look, I'm telling you this because this is what Noel was talking about, where people say, you know, you start doing something and people call you white. You know what I'm saying? We still see that even amongst Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? Puerto Ricans, blacks, no matter.
But you agree with me though.
Yeah,
I'm agreeing with you on that. Yeah, and I'm explaining why we have that. I can agree with that because it's a fact. You know, we literally do that to each other, but the main thing is,
do you think they do that more in like our culture versus like the Jewish culture?
No,
Jewish culture is they tight knit, bro. They're a whole different. You know,
they don't let their people fall away.
So would you say that we're our own destruction? That it really has nothing to do with, you know, the free government society and that we live in?
Everybody's to blame.
We were basically blindfolded for 400 years, spun around in circles those 400 years.
And you still got 2 associate's degrees.
And finally, in 1968...
Nothing happened to the Jews? Did anything happen to the Jews?
They got murdered, massicered.
The Jews,
all over the world.
You don't know what happened to the Jews this whole time in history, from Genesis...
Wait, no, because you're talking about us, and I'm just like I'm trying to understand. We had it bad, you're saying, and then I'm like, okay, the Jews had it bad, yet they got it tight knit, and yet we're blaming America and what happened to us for holding us back. But they don't seem to have that problem.
Yo,
the word
Jews,
ghetto came from them.
The Jews the whole time. Let me tell you something.
The Jews.
I don't think you're understanding my point.
Jews.
My point is we're complainers as these minorities of the oppressed. But here's another group of people that were almost massacred.
They were massacred, bro.
They're doing good.
Were massacred. They're not doing good, actually.
No? Jews aren't?
No,
Oh,
they don't have their rights to they still don't have their land.
Is that what you're talking about? Heaven?
I mean, but they're doing good in America.
Jerusalem.
They're doing pretty good here.
He said,
they're doing really good.
He said, "Yo, you talking about? What are you talking about? Heaven?" I'm like, "No, nigga, Jerusalem." He said, "You talking about heaven?"
They don't got heaven.
We're talking about America, bro. We're not talking about heaven.
Yeah.
I know. I'm talking about Jerusalem, bro. Yo, you're funny. This nigga said we're not talking about heaven, nigga.
All right, so the Jews. How do the Jews do it?
So the
They stopped complaining about their situation and they did something about it. They invested in their communities. They invested in their children. They invested in themselves. They invested in each other's businesses. They promoted each other. They wore the same thing, so there was no fashion.
I'm gonna tell you one thing the Jews do.
No Yeezys, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you what the Jews do. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what the Jews do. The Jews, when a Jewish person opens up a business, other Jews go and support them. When Puerto Ricans have a business, you know what niggas do? Don't go to that nigga. That nigga be trying to rip niggas off. Oh, that nigga. No. That's what we do to each other, son.
Tell me y'all didn't rip me off with them God Belongs in My City shirts. $79 for 3 shirts. I'm calling them out.
That's what I told you. You should have reached out to them. You could have got shirts for free.
I deserve complimentary shirts for dealing with the world at one point.
You know what? Just because it's you're going to get yours autographed.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, if you tell Danny, if you call him right now and be like, I ordered these 3 shirts, Danny will be like, all right, let me get your name and address and I'll send you some extras. Because that's how we're supposed to do.
But we're supposed to look out. But he ain't do that.
Call him right now.
I don't even be there now. I got to do.
Yo, let's zoom Danny. Nah,
that nigga's sleeping.
Yo.
But what I'm saying is this: why don't we support each other? Why don't we help each other? Why niggas are jealous? Why niggas are haters? Why?
Because Puerto Ricans are like, I can do that too.
You know what? I'll take that answer over.
I can do that too mentality, but they don't. They don't do it.
Like I'll give you an example. Ocasio-Cortez.
Ooh,
she was a bartender, bro. And she became. Now she's in the freaking Senate or the Congress. I can't remember which one she's in.
Right, but we don't support her.
And then what does Jose do? Jose makes fun of her way she looks.
Yes, she looked like the donkey from Shrek.
So now let me do this. They're Puerto Rican.
Nah, I'm lying. She looks like she could be my sister.
They're Puerto Rican,
right? Or cousin.
Yeah.
They're Puerto Rican people that are Republicans that make fun of her and say that she should never be there. She's too dumb. We don't support our own people, son. I don't care what political. That's why I said when she first came out.
Yo, bro,
I support her. I just don't like her ideas.
Man. I
support her. I support her as a woman, as a Latina stepping up. Like, yo, go get it, girl.
That's a fact.
I don't agree with anything that comes out of your face.
What I don't like is the shit that comes out of her mouth, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But in saying that, I'll never vote against her. I'll never vote against her.
I never vote against only because she's Puerto Rican, right? Is she Puerto Rican?
Wait, so if there was another candidate that had more in line with your views, you would still vote for her because she's Puerto Rican or Latina?
No, I mean, first of all, she's in a different district of me. Let's start there. So I can't even vote for her anyway.
Let me just say that I can't, but so I'm protected by that.
Let's say she lived in the area I lived. Yeah. Let's say she lived in the area I lived. I wouldn't even vote.
But okay. So that's like not voting against her. What in the Jesus?
Yeah. Cheesecake
so that's like voting with. This guy lays pipes and makes flan. But he's married, ladies. So sorry about that.
Oh, just serve me some flan.
All right.
At 11:30 at night.
Diabetes.
He's like, I know you're chilling, baby. Let me hook you
up. But you would agree, Mike, that we're our own destruction
we're our own worst enemy.
We're our own.
I don't want to categorize all of us in one boat.
We're like a guy holding a grenade and not letting it go.
Not us. Not all of us.
No, there's outliers for sure.
We have a lot of good apples. I feel like there's a lot of bad apples that ruin the bunch,
Well, that's what people say about police, right?
And yet, that's what happens.
But why are
with
there
police.
lesser bad? So there are lesser bad apples in the Jewish community, in a Amish community.
What happens is they talk to each other, and they work each other out. They're like, "Yo, bro, you wildin'. We have to look out for each other. I'm helping you out. Let me get you in line. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get this money. We're trying to run this world. Illuminati. Give me the secret handshake. Here goes your ring.
If you get out of order, we give you a pop. That's it.
But that's the thing. This is the issue with the conversation, is that a lot of the stuff that we're saying is like we're categorizing so generally, not recognizing the different sections of.
Are we though?
Yeah.
Are we?
There's like.
Let me ask you a question. When you were
Afro-Latinos.
When you were a kid and you got to sit down and pick your own table, were you sitting
Afro, bro?
Were you sitting with the whites? No, you went with your fellow
my niggas.
It's ingrained. It's embedded into our essence of who we are.
Bro,
so being raised as children.
I think
we weren't racist as children. Yo, wait.
You're learning
when I was in elementary school, for example, bro, it was all black and Puerto Rican. We were all chilling, playing, like, yo, didn't even bat an eye and think, yo, why are you darker than me? Think like that at all. Like, it wasn't.
Yo, Jose, don't say nothing. All right, when you said racism, he automatically thought black. You heard that?
No, what I said was it was
but
black.
That's not what he was. Jose wasn't talking about that. He was talking about the white people. He was saying you're racist towards the white people.
That's what I'm saying. Look, listen to what I'm saying, and then you would understand. I heard his ass. I used to bull motherfucker. Nah,
I'm green.
No, look. What I was saying is this: is that when we were younger, in elementary school, for example, we didn't think about white, black. We didn't think of that. We were having fun. We weren't thinking about white, black. We weren't thinking about any of that. That wasn't until our eyes were open in middle school about everything that happened in history. In history when it came to slavery and all that. Like, I literally didn't think about any of that. Like, I was aware of it weirdly because my mom. We have the conversation of, if. Let's say
slavery. You're talking about when all the white people lost half their property.
No, I'm talking about.
I'm talking about set free.
Yeah, like all I knew really was that there was slavery at one point, but I didn't know who were the slaves.
Bro, there's slavery today, bro.
I'm saying in elementary school, I didn't understand any of that as a kid. It wasn't until I got older and I started realizing. The realities of life. You know what I'm saying? And then as I got older, it made me learn more deeper into the topic, and, this is why.
Are you giving us a history lesson of when you learn shit?
Yeah, nigga, we're still talking about God, man's law. God law, man law.
All right, y'all want to go back? Let's go back.
Nigga, I want to finish the conversations. We keep doing this. That's why we never have topics.
But that's the fun part about this is that we don't need a topic. We're thinkers. We use our brains, right?
We're like half-ass in this freaking conversations all the time.
We
start flying around.
We bring it back in all reality. Like I bring things back. Like my point to bringing up the laws of the land thing was that, a lot of the time, my biggest point to that was where we are today in history is, in a place where, we understand there are people who oppose God that are involved in our government. And there are people who are for God, right? We know that much. There's
the people that are against God. You think God didn't put them there?
No, they were put there. We know that for sure. We know that, for example, like I said, Stephen the Levite.
Did God put them there?
Did he? Yeah. Is there somebody else?
Noel.
Odin.
Noel, can you tell
Odin?
us your
Lamar
interpretation
Odom?
of the verse?
Huh?
Tell us your interpretation of the verse.
I don't have an interpretation. I'm just doing what it says.
And what does it say in your interpretation?
Okay, just read it.
Right, just read it, and it should. You see
Let
that
every person be subject to the government authorities. If the government says abortion is legal, it is what it is. I can't stop it, right? I'm gonna go against it as much as I'm not gonna have it, and I'm gonna fight against it. But if it's legal, if it's the law, it's the law.
You just said you're going against the law. You're going against the government.
No. What I'm saying is, no, but I'm not breaking that law, right? So I think that was a bad because that's not really breaking a law to break.
Right.
Hold on. Let's say robbing the store.
Okay, wait. Pedophilia.
My family.
Homosexuality. Let's go.
Homosexuality. But that's not really. You can't really break that law.
Yeah. You can be a faggot.
No, but it's legal now.
It's legal, but
and it was already legal to be straight. So
it's illegal in the Word of God, right?
Now you're going somewhere else, but
okay, we can go that way.
You want
to? That's the whole point of this Bible, correct?
No. But wait. Okay, homosexuality in America it's legal.
Yeah.
In the eyes of God, it's illegal. So as a Christian, are you gonna blow somebody or not?
Is that a trick question? Nah.
Okay, you know what? I asked the wrong person. Jose, are you gonna blow somebody or not?
Well, I was gonna say, like, is that a good question? Because I got it.
I can't answer that.
I asked the wrong person.
I want to say yes and no.
Crazy, bro.
So
yes
wait, so what?
Yes and
so what?
No. I'm done.
So basically, now as a Christian, as a Christian, if you want to be gay married, that's between you and Jesus. That has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me. I don't approve of it. I wouldn't say it's the right thing. In fact, I would say it's wrong. But it's none of my business. That's between you and Jesus. I can't do anything about it. Now, when we start going against, now you want to talk oppressive government, is if the government says...
that by God alone...
Wait, let me just finish the point. Let me finish the point.
Oh, God. Jesus.
So what oppressive government, this is what I think of a government that's oppressive, is a government going into any random church and be like, hey, you pastor, you have to marry gay people. That's when we start getting to the point. Now
aren't we there already?
No, you don't have a pastor can say I don't want to do it.
Some pastors,
yeah, the baker, the caker, the maker, the whatever got to not have. He didn't make the cake or something.
Yeah, pastors can do whatever they want.
Guys, can I ask you that?
They're free to do whatever they want.
My question was that if God allowed the, a man to marry a man legal, do you think that's God's way of saying that this issue is between me and the individual?
Hey, listen, I'll give guys one good thing about them. All right, they make the best lead singers in a choir.
Hallelujah! I ain't gay no more.
I'm gonna put a big banner that's gonna say "Don't do drugs" with an arrow pointing to you. No. Do you think that perhaps by squashing the issue locally, God was saying, I need to deal with this issue individually. Come to me. Let's
no, because God doesn't force people not to sin.
Right, but at least it's off the table on the local level. And people
wait. You said God doesn't force people not to sin?
Yeah.
Isn't he the hardener and softener of hearts?
Yeah, but just because he hardened your heart doesn't mean you're still going to do it. You can still fight.
Isn't he in control of everything?
Okay, so this is where a Calvinism on a mini conversation.
I was just going to say, here we go. We're not going back to this because we did 4 hours. And I wasn't even trying to edit that one. You with your that's whatever.
And the way I see it, and I'm just going to be real quick about it. The way I see it is God orchestrates the world, but you're still accountable for your own decisions.
You see, and I'll be honest with you, I disagree because I'm completely Calvinist.
Not me.
In my thought pattern. I've been completely convinced in Calvinistic theology that God is in total control. When I read the Bible, for example, you see the total.
Wait. But I think I just said God is in control of everything, but you're still accountable for your sin.
We're accountable. That's not defying God's, total
sometimes I'm like,
control.
listen, trying to get into God's mindset is just above my pay grade. I will tell you.
Right. Like, for example, that's what I was trying to explain, is that as a Calvinist, I don't think like I know who's saved and who's not. As a Calvinist, I think, if you're saved, you're going to live accordingly. Your mindset is that of someone who bears fruit naturally. You know what I'm saying? It's a natural thing.
Are you accountable for your sins?
Am I accountable for my sins?
If God is in control of everything,
I think I'm.
Can the gay person blame God?
I think I'm judged differently in Christ. Number one. Two,
But answer that particular question. Say it again.
Right. As a believer in Christ, I'm judged.
No, not you. No, say the question. Okay. Ask the question.
As far as accountability goes.
If God is in control of everything, can the gay person blame God for his sin?
No, you can't. In Jeremiah 18, matter of fact, when he's talking about the potter, he's like, what does the pottery have the option to say what the potter does, what he chooses to do with his pottery?
So basically, whether the law's there or not locally, whether the law's there or not locally, you already know what it is between you and the Father, period.
Well, what I'm trying to explain is that there's something called reprobate in the Bible. I'm not sure if y'all aware of that.
Yeah, I do. But I'm just trying to get to the underlying topic that we're discussing. What we're discussing here is the laws of the land, and we use a really good.
Okay, and you know what? Where I felt like I was going wrong.
I think the gay one is a bad example, honestly, for that.
And yeah, because you know what?
Because you have to choose to be gay.
Right. I wasn't. That's why I think the way that we were speaking were kind of wrong, because we should be speaking in the context of who we are as an individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example.
So let's talk about marijuana.
You go ahead.
It's illegal. Right?
It's illegal. No, it's legal medically,
federally.
Correct?
Federally.
Federally, it's illegal. It's illegal federally.
Okay. In some states, it's illegal fully.
Okay. And as a Christian,
let's say you lived in a state was illegal by law.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but let me ask you. What is your question here? What are you?
Okay, so when I say we have to obey the laws of the land, let's say I live in a state, I don't know, Utah. I'm making up a state. I just invented that state off the top of my head. I never heard of it before. I just made it up. So Utah, it's illegal federally. It's also illegal state, and it's for recreation and medical. Okay, and you're a person that lives in Utah, and you have to obey the law.
I already addressed this earlier, but I'll address it again. I'll re-clarify what maybe I didn't clarify about this specific. Because what I did was I utilized that specific verse to show you that it was, about the governor, your government, obeying your government, because they don't, it's mainly put in place to, he's basically saying, I put this in place. God said that, right? He's like, I put the government in place so that terrorizing good conduct, is not, they don't terrorize good conduct, right? But I brought up Stephen the Levite, who was being mistreated by his government, to the very end of his death, right? So what I'm saying is, in conjunction with marijuana, is that it's a tool, it's a weapon. Now it's being utilized as a weapon to target people of color and to eliminate, mind you, blacks are 14% now of our of our U.S. population. They're basically an endangered species here. Hispanics are an endangered species here.
No, Hispanics is going to be the majority of this country, like 2050.
And that's including immigrants, though. We're talking about just U.S. citizens. We make up only 17%.
Okay.
We only make up
it's more than it used to be.
It's more than it used to be, but what I'm saying
Same
is
thing with
that,
blacks. It was more than it used to be.
what I'm saying
So
is that they're reducing the U.S. Hispanic population.
What does that have to do with marijuana?
Marijuana is being utilized as a tool to help
get to this?
As a catalyst. It's being used as a catalyst to reduce.
Wait, hold on. Before you
the population of colored communities.
Let's make believe we're in Utah. It's
okay, let's make believe we're in Utah. How about this? I'll put it on another scale. We're in Utah in 1856.
Okay. All right, we're in Utah in 1856. Marijuana is illegal. Do you do it or not?
Marijuana is not illegal in 1856.
Okay, 1857.
It's not illegal. It wasn't made illegal. It wasn't made illegal.
But what does that matter at all to the conversation?
Well, because it does. Because marijuana was never illegal in history until later on, just in the 1900s. We were hit with the worst of the worst in the 1900s when it came to depopulating blacks, Hispanics, Chinese, Jewish, etc. Right?
Yeah.
Marijuana was utilized as a tool to help reduce the population of blacks, Hispanics, Jews, etc. because legislators who were white stated they're going to make it illegal because the niggers smoke it.
But what does that have to do with
that's a direct
question?
Quote. It has a lot to do with the question. We're terrorized. Because we're terrorized in verse 3 of Romans chapter, what we just read.
So because you can't smoke weed, you feel terrorized?
No, we're not because we can't smoke weed. We're terrorized because they know we smoke weed. You understand? It was put in place. White people smoke weed too. That's the point. But they're
not. I don't care what they do. They're not me.
White people. Let me tell you something. A white person could get caught with an ounce, and is usually sent free, sent to go their way. A black person gets caught with an ounce, they're doing time.
Not in New York. You can have an ounce.
But a half an ounce. I'm saying an ounce though. If they have,
You saw his face. He was like,
"Wait, not in New York. Yeah, they changed the law in New York."
He was like,
okay,
I gotta go back to New York.
I believe that. Okay, let's just say I believe you 100%. Right? I believe it 100%. It's illegal for the black. It's illegal for the white. It's illegal for the Spanish. It's the law of the land. Do we smoke it or not?
Can we smoke it?
Do you break the law of the land?
Okay, what if I'm an epileptic, for example, right?
Then you go get epilepsy medicine.
And what if that epilepsy medicine is just making me worse?
Just you like move to a country. You move to a country.
Oh, now we have to move to a country. We can't, practice, being healthy here in our own country, right? We can't feel like we can be. You get what I'm saying? That's where the terrorism comes from. That's the terrorism.
How is that terrorism, yo? If the plumbing is bad in my house, I'm gonna move to a house that got better plumbing.
Bro, look. Whether marijuana in New York becomes illegal tomorrow, next year, or 20 centuries from now.
Why is it, for example, why? Wait. Let's go to the topic.
It's technically illegal, federally. Number one, period. It's federally illegal. And for New York State, it's illegal. Anything over an ounce, 6 plants,
something like that. Yeah.
Right. Do you know what admiralty laws are?
Oh, he's gonna
Admiralty.
Google.
Google.
Please,
Google, where are you?
You guys to Google Admiralty.
I still don't understand what this has to do with the topic. This is
the
we're talking
topic
about
was
history.
the laws of the land.
We're
Right.
talking about
We're still
history. We're
there.
talking about if what you're
We're
saying
still
right now
there.
is the law good or
We're
not?
on
That's what I'm
topic.
asking.
Or
You're
is
asking-
the law
that's
good
what-
or not?
Wait,
Yeah,
Or
that's
going
what
to the
that's what Mike
morality
is
of the
asking.
question.
what am I
That's
asking?
what
Oh,
I
that is
asked
the
you,
morality
is
of
this
the
a good
question.
law or a bad law?
I said, do you know what admiralty laws are?
No, wait. What I'm saying
The
is
topic
you're
is
describing what is a good. You're saying this is a bad law, so it's terrorizing me. I need a safe space. This
you're
doesn't make me
questioning
feel
the
good.
morality of our laws.
Yeah, and I'm not asking that at all. I'm saying it is the law. Do you do it or not? It's a simple question.
Your morality is up
I
to
think
you
it's
and
bad.
God.
So let me ask you a question.
I think the law is
If
bad.
they,
I
if
think
the
it should be
law,
illegal everywhere.
if you know the law is bad, right? You don't oppose it. You choose not to oppose it. That's on you. Now, let's say, for example,
that's not my hill to fight on. I don't care.
Hold on. So if the law changes and they say, yo, we're taking away the Constitution completely, and you are not allowed to be in church and worship God. You're not allowed to believe in God. If you believe in God, we're going to cut your head off because we're bringing Sharia law here. You believe in Jesus, we're cutting your head off. Right?
Extreme examples are not going to help your case here. So.
Wait, hold on. But it isn't. Even if it's an extreme example, smoking weed is not God's law, so we don't have to follow it. Worshiping God is God's law, so we have to follow it. His law comes before man's law, right? Same thing with the taxes. Whose face is on the coin? Caesar. Give him to what Caesar. Give me what is mine. Your image is mine. Give it to me. So when it comes to certain laws, that go against God, then we have to break those laws because God comes before. But if it's something like smoking weed, which doesn't matter, then we have to follow what the law says.
So see, for you,
so in abortion, we as the church should be fighting against it.
We should be fighting against it. Yeah.
So what you're saying is that staying on the sidelines.
Why? If it's not going against God, though.
Staying on the sidelines in the
wait,
matter
where
of weed.
you just said a very broad statement.
Wait, hold on. Staying on the sidelines, not voting on the matter of weed, is irrelevant because it's not an issue of God's law or morality. Whereas abortion is. So you shouldn't stick on the sidelines. You should vote and be active against it.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
So wait. So how is abortion going against God?
Murder.
That's it?
It's all it takes.
That's it? Murder?
That's it.
So you think that's murder? You're defining it as murder.
No, I'm saying if you take that baby's
as
DNA,
a person that
it's a
is
person.
I love science, bro. Like I wish it happened, and maybe then I don't know anything except that we're here. But a person who loves science,
what about those kids?
I'm going to tell you right now, if there was life on Earth, if there was an amoeba, a worm, a bacteria, I would consider, and scientists abroad would consider that a life form abroad.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
A fetus, a zygote.
Yeah. We get
the steps to consider that not a life form is like crazy.
Right. We got it. Don't keep going.
Honky donkey donk wah wah bum bum ba-dum.
Look, what about those kids? What about those kids who were killed by a bear for making fun of a prophet?
God did it. That's God's decisions. That's not mine. I'm a man. I got my own laws I got to worry about.
So those kids who are aborted, you don't think that was God's decision?
I think they were born and I think they had a chance to live. I don't think they were aborted.
You think they had the choice to live? The chance
I think
to
they
live?
Yeah, they lived. They were breathing, they were talking.
I'm talking about the kids that were aborted. You don't believe God aborted those kids?
What are you talking about? With the bear?
No, I'm talking about in general. When somebody gets an abortion, you don't think God aborted those kids?
I think a person did it. A person's held accountable for those things.
You think a person. But you don't think... So who killed the kids that went and spoke against the prophet Elijah?
I believe that was God. God sent them.
Yeah. Oh, you believe that was God?
Yeah.
But you don't believe that he aborted... He had some kids aborted.
Listen, if the Bible would have said some guy sent a bear to kill those kids, I'd have been like, yo, the man did it. That man did it. But that Bible doesn't say that. God sent the bears. or the bear. There you go. That was it. It was God that did it.
Yeah, but
and God is the giver and taker of life. That's his business. He can do whatever he wants. We don't have to live. This breath he gives us every breath we have.
But my point here is that I noticed a lot of Christians, bro, jump on the bandwagons of other Christians, and they make it seem like, you do this, you're against God. The first thing we understand as Christians when we become enlightened is the moment we realize, wow, we're a sinner and we're in need of a savior. Correct?
Oh gosh, yeah.
So because in that instance that we recognize we're a sinner, right?
Uh-huh.
That means we have a lot of growing to do, correct?
Yeah.
Which is why we're judged differently in Christ rather than, if we didn't believe in Christ, correct?
Okay.
Now, because of certain things, like, for example, going back, matter of fact, I want to talk about in conjunction with this is, this brings us back to you and I, this conversation goes back to Paul and Peter's debate on circumcision, whether it's right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The topic of marijuana is like, is medicine right or wrong? Is the practice of medicine right or wrong?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. Practice medicine all day.
Right? We all practice medicine. But then when it comes to the bandwagon Christianese, bro, I'm telling you, the Christianese, when it's like, this is the wave. This is the wave. Forget what you know to be right. This is the wave. If you don't believe this, you're not saved mentality. That's what people have, is that mentality. That I break from, is the tradition.
But what are you talking about? Why are you bringing that up?
Because in conjunction to what you were talking about, as far as abortion.
Okay. Do you think abortion is okay? You know what abortion is, right?
Yeah, I know what abortion is. Okay. I know how it's conducted, et cetera, et cetera. My point is that we're not in heaven. Christians today, we want to be living in heaven. We want it to feel like heaven.
So what are you saying?
We're not. We're not. Unfortunately,
I know, but what does that do with abortion?
We are not in a perfect world. Right now, we're still on earth where there are people who disobeyed God, and God removes those kids from those people's lives. I believe, in my opinion. I believe God, is the aborter of babies.
I'll ask you this. All right.
I believe God is the aborter of babies. Is that wrong?
If somebody walks out on the street and shoots somebody, you say that was God that did that?
Did not God orchestrate it?
That's all I'm asking. You can say
I
yeah.
Believe He orchestrated everything here.
So you believe
by God?
So you believe God did 9/11?
I believe God. I believe that was the hand of God, for sure.
Okay. So you believe that abortion is given to us by God?
When following biblical theology, first off, you see that there are times when Israel in the Old Testament, for example. In the Old Testament, when you read through, you see there were times where the Lord gave victory into his people's hands. And then there were times where he took the victory away from them because of the hardness of their hearts, because of the things they were doing, right? So when it comes to the world in its entirety, you cannot sit here and put everybody in the category of, they deserve good.
I never said that.
And not feel like there's not a wrath of God. You can't dismiss the wrath of God. The wrath is there. He's
Well, what
coming.
is the rat?
He came as a lamb, but he's coming as a lion next.
I don't. Jose, are you following what he's saying?
What am I not saying that's not making sense in your opinion?
I'm not sure how you're putting any of this together with abortion. I don't see the connection.
You don't see the connection, or you're choosing not to see the connection?
You're saying that a bear killed some kids that were already born.
Hold on, no, not a bear. It says God sent a bear to kill these kids.
Yeah, but I'm not saying people are having miscarriages. I'm saying a person is going in there saying, I don't want to have this baby because I'm too young, or I'm not ready, or whatever. And then another person comes and says, I'll do it for you, and they do it.
But if God was completely against it, wouldn't he have come against it? Wouldn't he have...
No.
No? You don't think something would have happened, occurred in this world? Nothing... No, right? This is what I'm trying to say.
What are you saying? What did you say? That something would have been heard in this world?
Like something would have occurred as far as for these aborted babies.
What do you mean for them?
Like the parting of the Red Seas.
Yeah, like the parting of the Red Word, you know?
I think something like that did happen. I think like Moses walked up to the mountain, came back with 10 commandments, and said, yo, thou shalt not kill. That's what I think happened. Right?
What?
Right? Because what I'm saying...
You're saying that there should be some kind of... If there was a defense, if God was against abortion, shouldn't he do some great miracle? And Noel's saying, it's like, he happened to have done that back when Moses came down with the laws that said, thou shalt not murder. So God did intervene.
But then that was what I was... But that doesn't negate what I asked him before. I said,
you were saying that God ordains abortion. He allowed it to happen.
Right.
It is the hand of God.
I asked Noel, I said, so let me ask you a question.
What Noel's saying is that how could it be...
I'm going to ask you the question.
How could it be the hand of God to allow abortion, but yet write a law to say, do not kill?
Do not kill, right? And then check this out. Yo, Jose, I'm gonna ask you this question. Elijah was teased by some kids, and the Lord sent a bear to kill these kids.
Yes. Ate them niggas right up.
Right? Now,
well, but hold on. I want to pause. I want to stop you right there. Defining God's will is one topic. Defining whether we have will and what we decide to do with it is what we're talking about here.
And mind you, we're talking about, anybody who decides to not have their baby, you gotta like, you maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like there's so many different reasons in people's minds. Only God knows why. What I'm saying is that God is the hardener of those people's hearts, right or wrong.
Okay, but even with that, they're still held accountable for their sins.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so now when you're saying that God sent the bear to kill those kids, to me, and now Jose, you can tell me if you think I'm thinking crazy here. That's miscarriage. God is doing it. Miscarriage. What? Abortion is a person going in there taking this baby out.
So wait. You want to describe it as a miscarriage?
No. When a woman has a miscarriage, that is the hand of God doing something.
But wait, you said those kids that were killed by the bear are considered a miscarriage.
Not that they're considered a miscarriage, but I would equate it because that's God doing it.
Wow.
That's why I said, Jose, tell me if you think I'm crazy. God is in control of the aspect, right?
Go with what God is in,
right? So God is in control of the aspect of doing that. When a person does it, it's different. When God does it, it's different. They're two different things.
So was David a murderer for going and killing the Philistine? No, he wasn't a murderer. He didn't murder that guy.
I know he killed him. He killed him lawfully. He killed him lawfully, right?
He killed him lawfully.
Are people in military murderers? Are military soldiers murderers, or they're doing it lawfully?
Back to the letter of the law. The letter of the law.
They're doing them, especially.
Look, I'm gonna use marijuana again. I'm gonna use marijuana based on what I think. All right, my
please, Jose. Please,
my 2 little cents. If you smoke marijuana in New York City, and you consider yourself a Christian, and you go to the verse, follow the letter of the law, nigga, you breaking the law.
What? But see, I go to the verse.
Period.
I go to Genesis chapter 2, verse 8, where it says
I don't care. I don't care. Sorry. I don't care.
The garden.
Yo, you sound like every other Christian.
we were told to till the land, till the garden, take care of
the land.
Yep, this was ours.
So you sound like every other Christian that's trying to justify their own.
If we're gonna go textbook for a person who has 2 degrees, if we're gonna go textbook, my dude, my boo boo. If we're gonna go textbook on the Bible, you're a Christian and you're smoking weed, it's illegal. You're breaking the law. You're not following God's word as well. Now, whether that becomes legal tomorrow, next year, hold on.
That's
whether
a statement. That's an objective statement.
Whether that that hinders you in your relationship with God, that's between you and God. Now, back to the gay and the homosexuality and the
gay.
He ain't gay no more. It is legal, and again, it still goes back to the relationship you have with God in the matter.
Word. Okay, now it's legal. It's legal. Now, do we? If let's say it's legal now to that it's enforced that they should be married in the church, what would you say?
No.
But it's the law of the land.
But it goes against God.
And it also goes against the wait, hold on. It also goes against the laws of the land.
It does go against the law of the land.
I'm sorry, but the baker can't. The baker's cake. What is the phrase? Oh my God, I'm the worst with these.
Bake this cake as fast as you can.
I take the baker's cake from under the.
Definitely is. That's gonna be the name of the episode.
I take the cake from under the baker's thumb.
Listen.
Yeah. So look,
that scenario doesn't apply. We go back to the original question. The law of the land. It's obviously a separate issue when it comes to the morality in your relationship with Christ.
Yeah.
It's obviously 2 separate issues that coincide with each other. Right? At least we could agree on that. Noel?
Yeah.
At least we could agree on that. That both hold weight, both exist in the same realms, but we could also agree that the most important thing would be the morale that you have with your creator.
Right.
That's the most.
That's important. That's above.
Right.
The law,
like calling something evil, like saying that. Remember when he warned about what was it? Blasphemy. He said, "Don't call that which is good evil." And a lot of time, when God, that's the thing. God planted the garden, and He said that was good. That was good. We didn't. When we call certain things evil, because
none of us call it evil.
I mean, you said it was against God.
I didn't say that. I would never say that.
What was against God?
I thought he was saying
against God? Marijuana.
Yeah.
No, nigga, I never said that. I don't care who smokes weed. I'm just saying it's against the law. So right now
it's against the law. You're breaking the law.
Yeah. But it's not against.
And it's crazy because hold on, it's crazy because in New York State you can have up to an ounce. This is New York State laws, but at the same realm, just like the topic we had before in regards to the law of the land and the morals between you and your creator, it's the same narrative where in this state you could have up to an ounce, you're good, but if the federales come by, they can raid you and you go to jail. So it's the same kind of thing. Again, each one is above the other in this scenario.
I don't care. I don't even think it's.
We agreed that what's above in the other scenario was the morale and your relationship with Christ. We agreed that was above the letter of the law, even though the word word of the God says to follow the letter of the law. We agree that that's above. In the scenario of the marijuana, is the federal above the state?
Yeah.
What Trump is saying, leave that up. I'm gonna leave that up to y'all.
Yeah, to the state.
So right. I don't think marijuana is evil. In fact, I don't care who smokes. I don't care if the pastor smokes weed. How about that? I think they should treat marijuana like they. I think they should treat marijuana like they do alcohol. Right. Same way. Just don't be addicted to it. No. Don't drink and drive.
Honestly, I'll be honest too. I don't think they should treat it the way they did alcohol.
I didn't say did. I said do.
I don't think they should treat it the way they
There'll be
do
a
alcohol.
prohibition on marijuana.
I think, in my opinion, remember, we're talking about something that's being already handled completely different. Because it's medicinal value.
Not necessarily. I was reading the article when
Hold on. I'm talking about when it comes to medicinal, its understanding of its medicinal value across the country. It's legalized in almost every state medically. Why?
In the prohibition,
because it's medical, you can use it as medicine. I don't see the problem.
Listen,
with that.
in the prohibition,
nobody's disagreeing with you.
Utah was the last state, one of the last states, and in the numbers that they needed for the prohibition and the amendment to go into effect when it came to alcohol. So it was state by state. And right now, I think there's 13 states that has it municipally, medically.
No,
you need 3/4. You need 3/4.
You need 3/4 of it. We have how many states so far already? 13, I think it is.
Yeah, but somebody has to submit the amendment to Congress, and then states have to ratify it. Once you get 3/4
is what? It's like just like 33
nigga,
states.
You're
right?
asking. Ask this nigga. He has a degree in freaking art.
Shots
Come on, artist.
4 shots fired in lane 4, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, let me get my calculator.
He's getting the calculator. He's getting the calculator.
I had a calculator GED class, nigga.
They're like, what is 3/5 now?
What 3/4? Hey, Google, what's 3/4 of 50? Let's see quaternion together. What's 3/4 of 50?
34.
3 divided by 4 of 50 is 37 and a half.
Ooh,
I knew that.
And a half, girls, very close to well.
So you need 37 states, basically.
So we need 37 states.
That's all you need.
30. We got 13. We got a ways to go, papas.
Yeah, and mind you, we just got it legalized in 2012 in Colorado for the first time in history, right?
Beautiful.
Listen, right? The only reason why it's illegal is because there's money to be made. That's a next topic.
Yeah.
You do it slowly. The tax.
That's right. Make that money, baby.
Corona. Bro, trust me, they're like, yeah, we're going to have to push this calendar. Our plans have been diverted.
No, they're going to legalize it super fast now because they need the money.
That's what I'm saying. They were going to stretch it out and make some money, stretch the funds.
No, right. We need the money now.
We need that.
Coronavirus.
Yo, is it true that they're sending out another check?
Yeah.
I hope so.
$2,000 they're saying this time around.
I had a few coworkers be like, you heard the checks are coming, but I'm still not voting for him. I don't care. He could keep sending me money. I'm like, yep.
Like, that's so
it's their fault. It's their fault.
That is so hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I can't stand that type of person. They
say
dumb
not to take the money, first of all.
You're dumb not to take the money. And it's like, yo, think about where we are today in the past 4 years. This guy's been president, 3.5, whatever.
Where are we?
In comparison, bro,
2.
Look at how much money everybody's made since he's been president. That's a lot of money.
All right, but I don't want to wait, hold on. I think we agree. I think everybody here agrees marijuana should be legal, right?
Correct.
Do you agree, Jose? Do you think it should be legal?
Bro, it's such a old and wasted, like, and it's funny because when I speak to people, everybody's like that's stupid, whatever. Just legalize it. You avoid people getting laced, children getting laced with things. You regulate it more.
Yeah.
It's more
less criminals.
Less criminal behind the dark alleys and
see, like I'm in Ohio.
Think
we
about
could go
think
to
about
the
think about the
dispensary.
abuse that happens with kids that people are lacing things and then abusing them. You know, simply because it's
Okay.
a freaking joint.
So I agree that it should be legal.
Regulated.
My only objection is that right now it's illegal by law. So we should just stay away from it for now. But we should all fight to say, if that's what you want, fight. Yo, legalize it. I'm not against any of that. What I'm saying is, as of now, we have to follow the law. Fight for it, though, if you want it.
And you don't think, look at North California. They've been fighting for it for years.
Okay, good for them.
Yo, no one ever said it was going to not be an uphill battle. Run, Forrest, run.
Right, and let me tell you something.
Wait, hold on. But this is what I was saying before. Once the government has power on something, they're not going to let it go. It's going to take so much.
Obviously, we're talking about fighting for something good, right? So most likely we're fighting for something that's in opposition to God, in my opinion.
I don't think it's why is it opposition to God?
It's in opposition. Why
is marijuana opposition to God?
One, because why is it that it's completely medicinal? Why is it that it's a non-toxic substance? Why is it that we have cannabinoid receptors? Why is it that we have cannabinoid receptors in our brains?
Wait, but you're saying that marijuana is against God?
No, I'm saying that when we're opposing marijuana is against God. I'm talking about.
That's crazy. I think marijuana is a non-issue when it comes to Christianity.
Why is that?
I think it's neutral.
If we have evidence like our cannabinoid receptors in our brain that basically tell us that this has always been a part of our diet.
Yeah, but you're saying marijuana. So you're saying marijuana is the Christian. It should be. You're saying Rastafarians, right?
You got to understand, historically, it's not about what Rastafarians. This is before Rastafarians even existed. Rastafarians came into existence. Rastafarians came into existence because of Selassie, which was around the 1900s. I'm talking about Selassie, yeah. Me honor no
let's talk about today.
Praise the God, man. Me honor no Selassie.
Let's talk about today. You think marijuana is biblical? I'm not even sure how to freaking word this.
Yeah, I believe it was something that was given to us by God, for sure. Because, I mean, I
agree with that. Yeah.
It was given by God, and I believe it's evident that it was a part of our diet.
Okay, let me ask you this.
For all of history.
Would you, if the government said, hey, we're going to pass a law, nobody in the whole United States can smoke weed. Listen, nobody in the whole United States can smoke weed, but the doctors can make medicine out of it that would never get you high. Would you say, yeah, that's what God wants? We got cannabinoids in our brain. It's good medicinal. It's
you don't
good
know
medicine.
nothing about weed, nah.
Let's say CBD, right? CBD is not THC.
Yo, hold on. When you said you got weed, but you can't get high, his face was like, what? Nigga, what? Yo,
and you can't get high.
What kind of blasphemy?
Listen. I don't think you understand what I said. Listen.
He's talking crazy.
I don't think you understood what I said. The government makes marijuana legal, but not for the citizens. Only for medical researchers that can make medicine out of it, and that's it. Right? That would support your theory.
Wait. Understand something. THC is a medical. It has
whatever
value.
it is, whatever the doctor decides to do.
Wait. I'm telling you, as a person who is studied to make his way.
I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with it.
What do you say?
I don't agree with you. Whatever you say, I don't even know what you're gonna say.
No. I'm not. I know you don't. I'm not saying you disagree. What I'm saying is that you misunderstand. You have a misunderstanding of the plant. Oh, in your theoretical, it's flawed because of my understanding of marijuana. when it comes to the specific values of, let's say, THC and what it does, what it can do for an individual.
Yeah, but you can get that without smoking it.
Yeah,
get into a pill.
Look at my nigga right now.
What?
No, what I'm saying is that the doctor could give you a pill, right?
Oh snap. Does he know what you're eating over there?
I know what he's doing.
This is disgusting, but I love it. It's spicy pickles. I'm eating spicy pickles, Noel.
Yo, but Mike, you don't. Let's just say the doctor could give it to you in a pill that you don't have to smoke anything.
Yeah.
Okay, would that be perfectly fine with you?
Yes, but I love edibles.
No, not edibles. I'm saying they give you a pill. A pill like an Advil. That's all they have. Advil. That's it.
Yeah, I mean they have that. They have where it's you decarboxylate the THCA, and that specific you get your THC, right? You can extract and pill farm it.
Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. Listen, so you would agree if the government said, hey, we got a law, we're gonna make marijuana legal.
You make me want to get high with this conversation. Nah,
not for citizens, but only for researchers to make medicine. You would agree with that?
Say that again?
Would you agree with the law? Yeah, would you agree with the law saying that the government says, I'm going to make marijuana legal, not for citizens, only for researchers to make medicine? And that's it. Only for medical purposes alone, and that's it.
But so the citizens don't get the medicine?
Well, they can get the medicine, but they can't get the marijuana straight up. They got to get it through the doctor. However the doctor decides to give it to you. Pill form, whatever.
Boy, you better watch out with that phrase.
It has to be whatever pill. Let's just say a freaking additive. It has to be like an.
Well, are you asking?
But they do that. They already doing that. Like I live in a state where they do that. They don't. We have. It's only medically legal here.
Yeah, but you can still smoke it.
Yeah, because you have.
What I'm saying is they're making it illegal to smoke it. You could only get it in a pill form. That's only legal. That's the only way they're making it legal. Would you agree with that
article?
I don't think you understand the medical benefits.
You read that.
Marijuana.
Hold on a second.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Jose, stop.
Oh,
you got to stay on subject, Mike. You're adding extra.
I know.
You're adding extra. I'm trying to paint a clean line. A clean line.
Yeah, because
the government says no smoking, only from the doctor in a pill.
Only from the doctor in a pill?
That's it. That's the only way you're going to get it. Would you agree with
Okay, let me explain something to you. There are certain ailments, for example, if you go to medical.
I understand that. Let's make believe the doctor can make a magic pill.
Wait. No. I'm trying to explain something.
Yo, Jose, he's doing the infinity thing again, Mike. Jose.
Oh,
no, I'm not. I'm telling you.
He's making believe he doesn't understand.
Can I try?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so they're trying to pass this law, bro, across the states. Whether your state participates in the legalization of marijuana medically or municipally or recreationally, whatever, there's a law that's trying to be passed that's basically stating because of this whole ban on like the vaping causing cancer, niggas are dying. They have this whole campaign, bro, every morning.
Mind you, and that's the tobacco industry. But go ahead.
But what they're saying is that stop putting carbon monoxide in your lungs, period. It's going to be illegal to take tobacco, marijuana, anything that you traditionally inhale. They're going to say that's illegal. Here's another method. Same effects, different method. It'll be illegal to harm yourself. We, the government, are saying we need to protect you from yourself, and we don't want you to burn your lungs. We're going to make it illegal for you to smoke anything, period. Vaping, I don't care what it is. Hookah, whatever. BBs, remember the BBs?
BBs.
That was disgusting, bro.
Disgusting, yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh. The headaches. Lord Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're too young, Mike. But so that's what they're saying. Yo, it's illegal. You can't smoke. But here's pills. Here's edibles. Here's some gummy stuff. Here's a little thing you can put up your lip.
Yeah, I'm fine with all that. Yeah, honestly, I don't even. Yeah, I preferred it.
Like a sublingual. Edible. You ever had those? A sublingual? That's what you put it under a sublingual. I think I pronounced it right. Where you put it under your tongue, and it goes through your glands.
Yeah, your glands.
You're not.
Yeah, I heard about that. I haven't
put it under your tongue. So that's used a lot for CBD and for medical. That's what's pretty much prescribed. They put it under their tongue. There's tons of videos
it's called,
you see people doing it.
Tincture.
Tinctures.
Yeah, I've done tincture. Yeah.
What Noel is saying is, are you okay with the government saying you can't smoke it anymore or anything? Here's another.
Honestly,
method.
yeah, I'm cool with that. 100%.
Noel, okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Now my next question is, are you okay with the government saying whatever the pill is, whatever it is, it just cannot make a person feel high?
Would I be okay with that?
Yeah. I want to basically the reason why I want to know where your heart lies in the thing. Is it getting high, or is it the medical aspect of it?
Oh, he's
what's
trying to
important
get into your judgment.
Yeah. I want. Let me break that down. Say for me, okay, the understanding. Let's say, for example, I'm a ADHD, right? If I don't smoke weed, I'm all over the place. Like, as far as I can't sit still, I wouldn't be able to have this conversation with you guys.
I have a problem with this. I have to cut you off. I have a problem with this because, first of all, you told me you stopped so you could get those 2 degrees.
No, wait. What I said was I took 5 months off without feeling. I was trying to explain to you the difference of it, why I don't see it as something like heroin or cocaine.
He's not asking what your
crack
thought is on it.
I know. But you brought up specifically what I told you.
Right.
What I told you.
What he's asking you is like, do you get it to get high? Do you get it because it helps you? And you're saying it helps me. And there are times that it doesn't help me.
Right. There are times where I need to, like, for example, like for me, you got to understand, I was going through Calculus 2 at that time, right? Calculus 2.
A Puerto Rican's worst nightmare.
Bro. Yo, I still have nightmares of this lady telling me, you must integrate by parts. Like, that's what goes in my mind.
So where would you say your perspective, right to the core of the question? Are you more leaning towards its benefits to you medically and whatever that may be, on or off, or are you about the psychotropic effects of just feeling like, nah?
Well, that's what I was trying to explain. Like, for example, like I personally don't care. I would have been prescribed this ADHD medicine called Adderall, right?
My son takes 30 milligrams. Go ahead.
Right, and in Adderall, we know the substance makeup is the same. It contains the same chemical makeup as crystal meth.
Narcotics.
Which is a highly dangerous, addictive drug that burns the brain completely. It's like, the effects of crystal meth are terrible, from the skin to the organs and etc. Like, eventually it fails. You'll deal with kidney failure, etc. And unfortunately, this is what occurs. This is what we see through Adderall. Now, me personally, I've never taken Adderall. My mom never allowed me to take Adderall because she was
against it.
The
marijuana helped.
Yeah, for me, the marijuana helped, I was able to.
I smoked
calm
for a hot
down.
minute, and I smoked for a hot minute. I don't know if I had ADHD or what as a younger human, but I will tell you, back then, without it, I would be this agile, emotional hot mess. I don't know if that's because I was young and my brain wasn't fully developed.
Right.
I don't know if that's because I didn't know how to deal with my own self. But
you are emotionally immature and didn't know how to act.
Yeah, for sure, and
right?
still are.
So
I'm about to say all of us are still on it.
yes, absolutely.
Our daddy,
I don't agree. I think I'm mature.
There goes the pride. No, listen.
I'm the only Christian.
I would say back when I smoked and I matured a little bit more, I would say that I do it for both. You know, I would do it for both the municipal, especially now that I understand more of its benefits, and I would look more towards the raw plant itself as an herb rather than getting the psychotropic. But at the same time, the psychotropic, it helps individuals. And I think that each individual with their doctor, like any other medicine, should be consulting them.
And look, that's coming from somebody who's a lover of the plant. Just by the way he speaks, I can tell he has an appreciation for this plant. Ain't it? Yeah, I can tell, man.
My mom was a gardener and big on herbs, bro. She had a whole window laced with stuff. If you said you were sick, you were gonna drink some nasty ass, but you felt better.
Yeah.
But when it comes to
herbalist, that's literally what I've been diving into. That's why I said, like I was saying jokingly with you about taking a class on botany. You know what I'm saying? Because you'd learn some cool stuff about plants in general, which allow you to understand better the plant marijuana.
You think Trump is gonna lose, guys?
I don't know, man. This guy he's tripping up. He's posted, first of all, dude posted a video of these people rallying.
White power.
Yeah, he fucking white powered the lady.
Did you see the last rally he had, or the second to last rally he had? I forgot where it was.
Yo,
it was all. I thought I was watching a rally back in the 60s or the 70s, bro. Everything just looked, and with the wooden fold-out chairs. Did you see it, Noel? Damn, where was it?
No.
Oh my gosh. Everything seemed so antique, like that classic American.
Did y'all see the Dave Chappelle 846?
46, yeah, I saw it.
I saw it.
What were y'all thoughts about that?
I think it was good.
During that week, I downloaded Warfare, Call of Duty Warfare, and there was a message that came up. Somebody posted it up, and I actually had seen it. And the last part of the message stuck to my brain. It's still there. And it was like, it will never strive to be the society we want to be. We'll never be that society. And I'm like, damn, that's a negative message. Like, Jesus.
But it's true, though. There's no such thing as utopia.
Right.
Your utopia is hell for me. My utopia is hell for you.
Right. Right.
True, like if it was up to me, not only marijuana would be legal, every single drug would be legal. I want it all to be.
No.
I want it all to be. I want prostitution to be legal.
Padre, reprende.
Reprende, word.
I want it all to
No, girl.
No.
I want it.
Este no sabe el señor.
I want the freest world ever.
Yo, Noel, you know what you gotta do? You gotta step out your comfort zone, my nigga, and take a class on cannabis.
Cabbage. What makes you think that's out of my comfort zone?
Because your discomfort with cannabis is too deep.
Who said I'm discomfort with cannabis? You equating
cannabis with all these other drugs and saying that they should all be legal if cannabis is legal?
No, that's not what I said at all. I didn't say if cannabis becomes legal. I think in general it should all be legal no matter what. I don't care what the hell you think about cannabis.
I think what's happening right here is
I think it all should be legal.
Both of you guys.
And that's why I said you need to understand why cannabis Well, you need to take class on cannabis so you understand why cannabis is not at all.
That face is not convincing. But both of these guys are doing this. Let me talk. Give me no.
It's not at all unequivocal with
I'm
any
not saying
of
it
those other
is.
drugs.
I'm not saying it is. I know it's not.
So to say that all those other drugs should be made legal is
right now they're all called drugs, right?
So is Tylenol. So is
That's right. It should be legal. I think all drugs should be legal.
No, it's not not necessarily medicinal drug. We're talking about these drugs are categorized as.
I think all drugs should be legal and a subject between you and your physician. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, heroin.
You like that idea?
Technically legal. It was technically legal this whole time. It was heroin was technically legal this whole time.
To this day, cocaine's in Coca-Cola. To this day.
No, there's no cocaine in Coca-Cola.
You can get rust out.
Jose, look it up right now.
You could get rust out using Coca-Cola. Like,
they took
cocaine out. Entire barbecue grill that's been back there.
Jose, look it up right now, Jose.
Got it.
Jose, look it up right now. They take coca leaves. They take coca leaves. They take the cocaine out of it, the drug aspect out of it, but they take the coca leaves for the flavoring. To this day.
Coca leaves.
In fact, Coca-Cola is the #1 seller of legal cocaine in this world. I think maybe not world, because Colombia got a big thing on it in America. I think actually it's in Jersey.
Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. Pay attention. Here we go. Obviously, Coca-Cola does not contain cocaine, but it remains ingredients well into the 1990s.
Right.
It's
by 1929, the public no cocaine in there.
Look deeper.
Look deeper.
It removed.
Look up the #1. I don't even know what to call it. The #1 seller of cocaine in America. It's made with coca leaf extract. There you go. But look up also. They also take the cocaine and they sell it to the government. When they take the cocaine out of it, they sell it to the United States government, and the United States government used it to make medicine for like dentists or something.
Whoa! Look at that.
Yeah, it is in New Jersey.
Look at that. Yeah, you can see the crust of water in somewhere in Queens. I want to say. I remember chilling in Queens and
there's a big Coca-Cola sign?
Yeah, looking at the big Coca-Cola sign, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Didn't the Chinese buy Coca-Cola?
They love
cocaine. No, it was Budweiser. They bought Budweiser.
What? The Chinese
bought Budweiser?
Yeah.
That's wild. That's un-American.
The Chinese government? Because when you say Chinese, that makes me think like, what do you mean? The government, a Chinese person? Like, what do you mean, nigga? The Chinese bought Coke, whatever.
What you're doing right there, Noel, nobody does. Research further. They'll just take it at first face value, right?
Yeah. China, the government?
The government.
It could just be some Chinese guy from Utah was like, I'll buy it.
All right.
And we're like, the Chinese bought it. Meanwhile, it's just some American dude that happens to be Chinese. Let's see, the money Budweiser beer, the parent company is from Belgium. Interesting, I didn't know that.
Oh, wow.
Yo, you know what else comes from Belgium? Heineken. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's also Belgian.
That sounds quite German to me.
Heineken. Chinese production of anhydrous products began in the company purchase of the local labor company. In 2012, they bought it? Is that what it says there? Number of locations, 12 breweries, 2012. So it was a what? Let me read that again. A Chinese production. I don't know. I'm curious, the thing is that China is communist, so technically the government owns. Well, not that they own it, but they have their hands inside every company in China. They're able to access it. Like, let's say Like, for instance, I give you a case in America. Apple's an American company. The federal FBI want access to your phone. Apple says, no, you can't get it. Right? So there's like a big court case. They're trying to get it, blah, blah, blah. But Apple has the right to say no. It's first of all, it's private property. Second of all, that we also make it, and that's our private property, so you can't touch it. In China, they don't do that. In China, you can't do that. In China, if the government's like, let me get access to your files, the company has no choice but to give them access to files.
That's crazy.
Communism bad.
So these are the ones you're gonna want to stick
nigga.
with? Oh, Dad, that's my dad.
I want that nigga's wig when he dies. That thing blows in the wind and you can't even tell. It's so good.
That's $1 billion. That's $1 billion wig.
It's American made.
Yo, that's a fact.
No, so anyway, I think all drugs, I don't care what the hell it is, should be legal. I think prostitution should be legal. I also think euthanasia should be legal.
Whoa.
I think all that should be legal.
The youth in Asia should be legal?
They should legalize all those youth.
Oh,
damn. Right now they're illegal. Right now they're fighting in Hong Kong, but we should legalize.
Right. What are the terms?
What are you researching, bro, over there? What are you going to try to teach us?
I'm looking at the best American beers according to Forbes magazine.
Blue Moon. You ever had Blue Moon? Yo, I had Blue Moon. Is mad delicious.
Yeah, it really is mad good. I like
Blue Moon is the new Heineken, I swear.
Yo, what you call it? Have you ever
Corona.
tried what's that orange one called? There's an orange one, yo.
Natural Light.
Is it that one?
Natty?
I had one the other day. It was so good.
I love me some Natural Light.
I heard Guinness is mad good, but I never had it before.
I love Guinness only when it comes out of the tap, not in the bottle, not in the can. It has to be out of the tap. It's so much better, smoother.
What's the difference?
My brother skipped the pond to go have some Guinness right off the tap out there where that stuff is made. I hate beer.
So,
what's the difference between can and tap? Is it flatter?
Yo, it tastes like can.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like
I wonder if whatever they make it dissolves the freaking metal. It dissolves the metal inside and you taste it.
Something's gotta be going on.
Yeah, they pump it with nitrogen. Your ass gets high. All right, guys.
I think they should legalize alcohol.
Alcohol is illegal?
I think everything should be legal. I don't think there's very few things that I think should be illegal. Very few.
Wow. Yeah. All right. So, the law of the land. You're gonna start following them or what, bro?
What law?
The laws of the land. I don't care what the laws are.
So what law? I follow the laws of the land. This is why I'm going the chemistry route. I'm going into chemical engineering.
So
I'm going
what are you into.
He's gonna be big mess.
I'm going into medical marijuana field.
You gotta go to biochemistry, bro.
Yeah, I'm going into I'm trying to get my PhD in biochemistry.
You know who else has a PhD? Pastor Lewis has a PhD. I didn't change anything.
In what? Nah, I'm just kidding.
The same thing that Martin Luther King had a degree.
I know he's got a PhD, bro. I was there when he got it.
And that didn't change anything. That nigga was still a dump. Now they're gonna go that hard.
Bum, 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 bum. You can catch me in the club.
Once upon a time not long ago, Noel used to live life slow. He used to hate his pastor when laws was not.
He just wasn't a pastor, that's all.
Really? Why do you think that? I think
what would make you say something like that?
What's a pastor? Is a person that leads the flock.
It got hot.
He didn't lead.
Real quick, you said that
he didn't lead.
He didn't lead?
No, he didn't lead.
Why not?
He let the deacons and the trustees push him around. They did whatever they wanted. He had
So you wanted him to run it like a monarch?
I wanted him to run it like a shepherd runs sheep. Come this way. No, you have to come this way. Oh, you're lost? Let me go get you. This is the way we're doing it.
So what are your thoughts, Jose? Based on what he just said. He said
because
he
there was times where the pastor was like, I want to let you guys do this, but I can't because the trustees. They say, yo, but you're the pastor, bro. Tell them this is what's happening and that's it.
I mean, but
church, right?
But you gotta understand, he had to run it like he's in America, not in Germany.
No, but the
China.
Germans were.
I hate
the
to
Germans
say,
were
I
on
hate to say
right?
this, but I don't have any hair in my tongue. I don't have any hair in my tongue, and I love, like, I genuinely care for the health and the well-being of the individuals. But
but wait, hold on. But like, listen, when it comes to this, real quick, when it comes to COVID-19, should the doctors dictate what to do, or should President Trump do it?
Yo, but Trump was right about the thing, the fish, the pond cleaner, the koi pond cleaner.
Yeah, but that's because the doctors told him about it. He didn't just make it up, right?
Yo, so the dummy, first of all, that ate the fucking koi pond cleaner. Yo, first
what was
off,
it called? Oxymotin penicillin. I don't even know what it's called.
Chloroquine,
hydrochloroquine,
hydrochloric acid. Nah.
No, wait. But what I'm saying is this: you should listen to what the doctors say because they're the ones that are educated. Trump wasn't educated. Trump
chloroform.
Chloroform. Yeah. Trump got his advice from the doctors. Right?
They got hot.
But at the end of the day, the doctors are the ones that are smart. The doctors are the ones that are smart and they have the degrees. So they should be the ones to be like, look, we should do this, we should do this, we should do that. And Trump should be like, look, I'm not the expert, they're the expert. Let's leave it to them. Right?
So basically what you're saying is that because I'm the one studying marijuana, I should be the one in this conversation stating what should be right and wrong for marijuana.
That's fine with me. I got no issues with that. I'm talking about law, though. I'm not talking about what marijuana is good or bad. I think it's actually fine. I don't see no problem with it. What I'm saying is the law of the land is concerned, you should follow those laws.
Yeah, and what you're also saying is that when it comes to this corona thing, that
we should listen to the doctors.
Leave it to the experts. I would have told them that too. Because then I would have been like, listen, if this is messed up, it's their fault.
And what I'm also saying is, as a pastor with a PhD, everybody should have been listening to him, not to some nigga that was just a trustee somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
For in my opinion, what happened was that congregation became too political.
Yep.
Yo,
you know what it became? It became like Obama's presidency. Obama had no power because they kept shutting him down.
Right. You ever seen Sister Act 2? You remember that movie?
With
Sister
Lauryn
Act 2? Yeah, with Lauryn Hill.
I don't remember. That was so long ago.
Yo, it reminded me. Oh, so basically the concept is
that's the only thing he remembered was Lauryn Hill, apparently.
Yo, she was a beast. She was a beast. Who doesn't miss Lauryn Hill? Where is Lauryn Hill today? We need
worshiping Jesus.
That's a fact. Nah. But so the concept of that movie is basically like, a stiff, like a church that is so strict that it's so hard to run the congregation, the children of the private school, right? It was like they couldn't control the children.
You can't have the title of leader if you can't lead.
But that's the thing. It's like leading sometimes. And
I'm not even speaking on his behalf. You can't lead if you're being muzzled.
I mean, think about it.
That's why I compared him to Obama's presidency.
But remember, Obama was muzzled, though. He was.
But that's what I just said.
He was muzzled, not willingly.
Well, like, I don't think he listens to me. You guys are always fighting. Share the mic, guys. Listen to each other.
What I'm saying
the mic. You got to do both.
Huh?
You got to listen to each other.
All right. What are you
guys
saying?
are agreeing.
Yeah, I
was gonna say we're agreeing.
You guys are agreeing.
The pastor was being muzzled by the church. What they should have been doing is listening to him. As a person that has a quote unquote PhD and whatever, they should be like, he knows he knows best in this church. We should follow him and do what he says. Obviously, if he does something crazy, we need to stop him. But when it comes to what he's, on a normal basis, let him run the church. The problem is they neutered him. They didn't let him lead, and it became, this thing was like a stalemate for like freaking 7 years. Just stalemate. Nothing was happening.
Yeah.
And that's the same. That's why I started comparing to Obama's presidency. Obama's presidency, they muzzled him too.
What do you mean? And between what years do you think nothing was happening?
Between when he started and when he left?
I think a lot of things occurred while he was pastor.
What happened?
I came in.
What happened? Okay, let me rephrase that. What happened? That had to do with him?
in. I arrived. With 2 tablets in both arms, and
So
later
what
they became college degrees.
What happened that had to do with him? That was his decision, his making.
Not even the beginning, nor the end, nor the middle.
That's what I'm saying.
But on the
Nothing,
flip
bro.
side of that, word on the street that he wasn't willing to become full time.
That was his mistake.
Right. That's another thing too. You gotta take into account.
2 sides to the
You gotta go hard. See,
he's
everything
like, bro,
that did happen,
I'm making money right now.
Everything that happened by
computer engine. Remember, he was a computer engineer. He was making money, so he ain't want to go full time as a pastor.
He was like, F these niggas.
He's like, I only signed up to wear some nice suits. Yeah, it's funny.
The graduation
but Mike, what happened? What happened while he was there?
Hold on, guys. Go ahead.
I'm trying here. Right now, I'm trying here. I'm digging. I'm trying to make sure. Damn. All right, fine.
I'm going to tell you one thing that happened, but it only happened because the trustees agreed with it, was fixing the front of the church.
Right. That's a fact. That's a big fact.
That's a fact, yeah.
That's a huge, because look.
Only because everybody agreed.
Yo, and he led that. He led that to the fullest. Like, his sermons on, the reason why we needed to fix that face of the church was fly as hell.
He must have felt free. Think about it. You're muzzled, all of a sudden now you got freedom. Now you got something that you wanted. Everybody's agreeing. You're getting it done. He must have felt like, imagine him on an everyday basis like that. Preaching like that because of the freedom that he has. He was muzzled and it was dry.
And he was trying his best, though, to try to teach them. But you got to understand, they were so stuck in their ways.
But not only that, like Jose said, he didn't go full time. If he would have pushed, people would have backed up. He didn't push. He stood quiet. He let them run and was stuck.
But bro, you gotta understand. Look at how, like.
This is some inside baseball, yo.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think this should go. This shouldn't even be recorded.
Yeah.
This is
actually it's on Facebook Live.
I don't. Yeah, because I don't even. You see me? I'm trying to.
We got a caller. Caller, go ahead. Did you know me? Yes, we have Titinomi on there.
Pastore, it's Bolivar.
Father Abraham.
Yeah, this is definitely going up. thebasementny.com, yo.
This is not cool, bro. Yo, listen,
not cool.
No, but even if it's not him, any pastor in general should follow that. Like, they should know, listen, you're gonna have leadership that's gonna go against what you say. But if you know that it's from God, however you know that, and you know that you have the knowledge and the ability, you should push. You should push. And if you push, people are gonna be like, wow, he's really leading. We should follow him. He didn't push.
I just think that not that he didn't push.
Do you think that the church isn't pushing in these matters concerning, what's going on? And do you think the church is taking a back seat in regards to the
COVID-19?
No, in regards to just, society and the social constructs that we're facing today?
Well, let's start with the fact that I haven't seen a Christian get COVID-19. Let's start there. Okay? I don't even know if it's possible.
That's too deep. Nah.
Imagine.
It's too deep.
Nah. What do you mean?
Yo.
Like this stuff that's going on with the society?
Yeah, Black
Lives Matter and all that.
Matter, the cops.
I think the church has been.
Yeah, they went out. I saw you guys.
Yeah. But listen. I'm all for oppressed people, like backing them up. You guys gotta. But on the flip side, we have to look back at the oppressed people and be like, are you really being oppressed all the time? Because I think that sometimes you're not being oppressed, but you're making it seem like oppression. But it's really not. And I think that's the problem. Like, some of these people that got shot by cops, they were doing some wild stuff.
Sometimes people are stressed out and they blame.
Yeah.
They blame
I totally get that. I totally get that. But my thing is like, yo, if a person is doing some wild stuff, gets shot by a cop and dies, it's not, you can't blame the cop. The nigga's doing some wild stuff, pointing a gun at a cop. What do you expect the cop to do? Now, if it was like some George Floyd, that's why I think George Floyd was the biggest one. Because George Floyd was obvious on everybody. Everybody, even police chiefs were saying that cop should go to jail.
Right.
Even police chiefs. So that's why I think that led to such a big thing. Because everybody was looking at it like, that's
sacrifice, or was he just the sacrifice to save the many?
What do you mean?
Like, let's all blame him, but so that we all don't have to be questioned.
Well, if that was what they tried to do, it backfired 100%. Because NYPD had some of the biggest layoffs ever.
Mm-hmm.
Which is wild. Yeah, because you have
not wild. I think that was the best choice.
What?
NYPD was too big, bro.
No, it was big, but it's a big.
It was too big. They had
they laid off people.
They laid a lot of people off.
Recently?
They had to cut budgets of all the agencies, and they got laid off.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oof.
So, but that's.
I got a feeling.
Remember what Giuliani was doing, bro? And then, look, Giuliani was hiring tens of thousands of police each month, bro. Do you know how big NYPD got in just the 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah, but crime rate freaking plummeted, bro.
Plummeted because we were freaking scared. We were like, whoa, buddy.
I would be scared, too, if cops show up and I'm breaking the law.
No. Yo, but then it was like nobody. I mean, come on, man. It wasn't even that bad. We got blamed.
Listen to you trying to justify it. It wasn't that bad. We were just throwing rocks and we were a little drunk.
We got blamed for what was going on in the Bronx.
Freaking Bronx can never keep it together, bro.
They can't keep it together. It's like World War III out there, bro.
But like, okay, so look, not to kind of go back to what I was saying before, Ocasio-Cortez is from the Bronx. You know what she should be doing?
My cousin?
Helping fix
the Bronx. Repping the Bronx, not Queens.
I don't know why she's not, bro.
She should be putting Big Pun's poster everywhere.
Ooh, listen, let's say I get into Congress or Senate or whatever. I'm going to say, hey, America, what can we do to help New York City? That's where I'm from. What can we do to fix my city? That's what I would do. I don't know why Obama didn't do that with Chicago. He missed that ball. Ocasio-Cortez letting it go over her head. She's talking about Green New Deal, which is the dumbest thing I've heard in my life.
What happened?
You know what I'm saying? Like, why did she fight to keep Amazon out of New York City? Are you crazy? You know how much jobs that would have brought to New York City? Just the janitors, just hiring janitors alone would have gave thousands of jobs.
That could have been your deal,
place up. Even if it was just that. That could have been my deal, nigga. Amazon, making Amazon not go to Queens was a huge mistake.
Boo-boos. That wasn't a mistake. That was a political.
Yep, that's what I'm saying, yo.
This is a me. This is a me issue, not on us.
Yeah, I don't care about Democrat. I don't care about Republican. What's good for us today? These people right now.
So
that's what they should be thinking. If the Republicans come up with a good idea, why don't she say, "Hey, Republicans got a good idea. Let's hear them out." But it's never that. It's always like, "No, it's Republican. We got to stop it." stupid, yo. I hate that partisan stuff, yo. Some of it is crazy. Some of it is good. Let's hear the good ones out.
Also, like when I speak to individuals that don't really and their response is, "Oh, I don't do politics." I'm like, and they believe in God. They're a Christian, you know.
You know what ticks me off? Look at this. Look at this. This is Scottie Pippen. Look at this. Look at this guy's face. This is what pisses me off. Look at what he looks like today.
Scottie Pippen.
He looks hilarious.
He's a viejo, son.
He's a viejo, bro. That's crazy. That nigga, he's at least, what, 50? 60?
50, yeah.
Y'all act like y'all didn't see those numbers.
Yo, I'm halfway there. Halfway there.
Yo, so after this recent event, yo, it's like, that is crazy. Like,
yo, but look, Jose, what you were saying,
short life is, bro.
Jose, what you were saying before, when people say I don't get into that stuff, my response to them be like, don't ever talk about Trump then, because you have no idea what you're talking about, and you admitted it.
Oh, that's a. I don't know if it ever was in, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he came up. I was just trying to get into their heads about. Yeah, I guess it did. But to me, it's I usually rebuttal with like you really, you know what I mean. You really can't complain, right? You know, if things were however they turn out, you can't complain, right? You would agree on that. And they're pretty much like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. Hey,
and listen, just real quick, just to talk about the COVID stuff that happened. The government shut down stuff. So the fact that people are out of jobs and stuff like that is the government's fault. So the government needs to help us out, right? Okay. I think it's up to individuals to help stop the virus. You make up rules. Hey, this is what we suggest. This is how you keep it away. Me personally, I wear a mask when I go in the store, blah, 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 keep myself safe. If everybody does that, I think we should be fine. But the government forcing people to close stuff is authoritarian, and it's their fault that these people are out of business. The government.
Therefore, there should be bailouts. There should be a second stimulus. There should be until we get out of this thing.
And and also the fact that there's bailout stimulus is ridiculous because they should have never shut anything down in the first place. They were intrometido in something that was none of their business.
So we get the bailout because of their intrometido and getting involved with it wasn't. And what you're saying is that the individual businesses should be held accountable to themselves and their practices and their measures to keep their community, the people they employ, safe, right?
That's right.
And you as an individual should decide whether or not do I want to be safe or do I want to be a part of the problem and also risk my life?
There you go. That's right. 100%. Everybody has the freedom to do whatever the hell they want. And if a business says no,
I saw a sign that says no mask, no enter. You know what?
That's your business. That's right.
Handle your business.
And if you don't like that, don't go to that store.
This is a capitalist nation.
Another thing that happened to me in relation to COVID-19 real quick was my son was like, Dad, the numbers are rising, the numbers come, and I'm like, that's what the media is telling you, right? He was like, no, I've seen the numbers are rising. I was like, in overall, yeah, the numbers are still rising overall, but so I told him to Google the numbers by state, and I was like, okay, look for, he saw New York. He was like, oh, the numbers are low. I was like, yeah, crazy, right? New Yorkers ain't with it. We're not with that corona crap. Now, I was like, look at Florida. Crazy. I was like, look at Texas, the church belt state. I was like, look at, what's the other one? California. And then he looked up Alaska, Wallen. And I'm like, you see, the media paints it in a certain way, but that's not the case. You just gotta take care of yourself, puppy. Wash your hands, put your mask on.
And also, when I see government and mayors and governors, whatever, saying F the masks, I'm like, first of all, that's stupid. If you know it works, why would you tell people F the mask? You know what I'm saying? If it's a smart thing to do, tell people to do it. Say, this is the research. This is the truth. Look, let's imagine I piss my pants. Are you going to get wet?
Another way I would put it is
it depends on where the angle of your dangle.
Hey.
That's what I'm saying. But if I take it out and I pee and you're in front of me, you're going to get wet, right? So it's better if I wear that mask so you don't get it.
So another way I would put it is that the government can't stop you individually from getting the virus. Only you can do that by being
only you can prevent foreign virus, right?
Exactly, by taking measures. So I think that today was the first day that we went stage 3. So Noel, you were out there. You're still out there like a bum ass.
We're at 3 million cases now. Is that considering the people that have already died, including
that's
them?
1%. That's 1%. That's less than 1% of our population.
The people that died?
You said 3 million cases?
Yeah, there's 3 million cases right now.
So that's
don't
less
we have
than
like
1%.
300 million people here?
We have 300 million people. That's
1%.
1%.
That's less than 1% because we have 350, I think.
Okay, so it's like
So, oh my God, we got a virus that's less.
0.7.
That's like the government saying, "Hey guys, everybody has to wear a condom all the time. Wear a condom because AIDS is an epidemic."
I mean, AIDS is an epidemic, but this is a pandemic. We're talking about something that is spread globally on a mass scale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's
rapidly. But remember,
we don't live in China. You know what I'm saying? In America, we have freedom.
In America, we have freedom. I don't know enough of these numbers, and I don't think anyone in this conversation does. But it doesn't.
I mean, I
change
follow
the
the numbers, and
it doesn't change the fact that you should just wash your hands and be clean. Stop being dirty.
That's it. So simple.
These numbers rose to these heights in less than a year. Less than 6 months.
You're gonna tell me when you sat on the bus or the train and you seen somebody sneeze and some mocones come out and then they're grabbing that, your ass is like, damn, yo. I mean,
I don't touch anything in the train, bro.
And guess what? Now it's like that 24/7. More people are going to be cautious and mindful. Now, whether or not for the vaxxers is that going to make our immune system weak, we'll deal with it when it comes. But let businesses rock. You can't continue society with people just chilling at home. You can't.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. How many people have corona?
About 3 million
cases.
Okay,
reported cases. Whether they died or not.
Listen, the common flu between 2018 and 2019 was 16 million people. Why are we wilding out about that?
Because 3 million, this is occurring in only 6 months' time. This is not. This isn't even considering
but
what
even
could
if you
happen.
divide the time that he said, it's still the numbers are.
Yeah.
60 million.
I don't know enough of the numbers.
You just said 60 million between what? How many years?
1 year.
In 1 year. 1 year.
16 million 1 year. That's 1.3 million.
And that's just the U.S.?
1.3 million. Yeah, 1.3 million every month times 3 months.
How many people are dying from the flu, though?
4,906. Wait, 49. Wait, 490,600.
What do you want, bro?
Oh wait, I'm wilding. I'm talking about
I was like, wait a minute.
Death rates are 34,200.
34,200 what?
Deaths.
A year, daily?
A year. So how many deaths are now with the virus?
Deaths with the virus?
Corona. How many deaths on Corona?
I'll tell you right now. How many deaths?
31,979.
So 32,000 deaths, more or less.
30, yeah, basically 32,000.
I don't say that lightly. And that's just in New York.
Yeah. So the coronavirus is more deadly, but less contagious.
Right. That's why it's more feared.
Yeah. So basically, it's less contagious, so it's harder to get. You'll die more likely if you get it.
But understand, it's only less contagious considered right now because of the quarantine measures we took. I think, like, if we didn't take quarantine measures, wouldn't we see more astronomical numbers here in America?
I'm sure.
For sure.
But that's your prerogative. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go out there and risk your life, that's between you and Jesus.
What? Yo, bro, what are you talking about? I'm
saying is if you wanted to go out there and get corona, that's between you and God. That's nothing to do with me. That's nothing to do with the government.
No, I'm talking about if the government failed to tell us.
Oh, but that's different. You're talking about secrets.
Right? Like, or not even just...
They should definitely tell us.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or what if it was just reported too late? You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't recognize what was going on till months later.
Bro, it was reported too late.
It was, yeah, word. It really was.
Think about it. Trump, I think it was in January, he was saying we should stop people coming from China. And you know what happened? They were saying that's racist. And they let niggas come from China. And then guess what happened? An explosion. We didn't believe it. There was news articles in, I think it was Washington Post. They were saying the coronavirus is not deadly. Don't worry about it. And now look. So that's what I'm saying. If you got on a regular year, if you don't want to catch the flu, protect yourself. Wear a mask if you really wanted to, whatever. You protect yourself, right?
Right. I wear a mask.
So you should. It's smart to do. But the government saying, hey, if you don't wear a mask, you go to jail, I think that's horrible. And that's what I think New Jersey just passed that. You have to wear a mask.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a thing for a lot of states. The more dense, it's gonna be based on density. I'm looking at something
so why is it?
I don't know if you
why is it that people of color are mostly catching COVID-19?
Listen, I'm in Harlem right now, and I'm telling you, nobody wears masks out here. Nobody.
Not only that, but there's
the only reason why they wear it in the store is because the store doesn't let them in without a mask.
Huh.
But if you go out here right now, they're hanging out in huge groups with no mask, passing the blunt, mouth to mouth. Here you go.
Like, damn, son, I can't believe all the people dying like that.
And then while a nigga's coughing, smoking it, passing it to the next nigga.
Right.
Yo, but now this is obviously subjective because I only saw the small area. But if I had to guess, you know what I'm saying? When I go to Bay Ridge or whatever other neighborhood, I go to white neighborhood, guess who has masks on? Everywhere I go, everywhere I look, the Chinese. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's subjective because it's just stuff I see as I go around.
On a side note, you know what just happened in Pittsburgh? Police reported a man learning how to drive crashes into license center in Penn Hills.
That's hilarious. He's like, I'm getting this license, nigga.
Get my license.
Yo, that's hilarious, bro. Took a second to register, but wow.
So it looks like people that die of corona are over 60, the most. Right?
Hold on. We have to look at recent deaths because
the third one on the top.
Look at this one right here. This is the one I think I don't know if this data is even relative. I mean, this is Healthline, whatever, and there's here.
Oh, hold on. The wrong screen.
Okay. This is not giving me numbers.
The chart. We know this information. We know there's nothing yet. No vaccine or anything.
But you see you see the image here? It says, so it's probably further down, like a douche. Hold on. Here we go. Here's exactly how COVID-19 compares with the influenza cases and deaths in the United States.
Is this only U.S.? Jesus
only U.S. So the influenza has total cases of 44 million versus the 1.1 million COVID. Total deaths, here's where we get some data. Total deaths are almost equal from the time.
More deaths for
more
COVID-19
deaths for COVID-19
than influenza.
as of May 4th, 2020. So from
Right.
January 20th to May 4th, you had 7,000 more deaths.
And that's when we were at only 1 million.
There's only 3 months.
And influenza, it's only 3 months versus influenza's what do we got here? 3
a year,
7 months.
No, it says over 30 weeks.
2017.
Oh yeah,
over 30 weeks.
And this was over 15 weeks. So if we double those corona numbers,
wow.
Yeah, because
like I
we're
said
already
before,
in the 200,000s for deaths.
the common cold is more contagious, but the corona is more deadlier.
Yeah, that's exactly
So
what
it's easier to get the flu, but if
You're
you
gonna
do get
catch
corona,
that
you're more
flu.
likely to die.
Yes.
But if you go back to the search page that you were on, go back twice, I think. Top, all the way to the top. Right there, the right third one.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Okay, so right now in
That one right
America,
there, yeah. So it looks like more people, the younger people are better at getting over it, but the older
comparison
people.
between China in a time period up to February 11th and the U.S. influenza season of 2018 to 2019.
Okay,
Now,
look at the
this
death
is a
rate.
Yeah, so it's obvious. This is targeted towards older people.
Oh, no, wait. Look at the death rate
Wait,
by age group. So this line right here, we see 35 to 44 years old. And we're talking about a time period between February 1st to July 4th. The numbers from 35 to 44 are right here.
No, that's 85, nigga.
Oh, shit.
The peak, no, the one is lower than that, all the way down.
Green, it goes, look, follow it.
Yo. Honestly, bro, I got so scared. I was like, yo, I'm fucking turning 30 next year.
Selfish ass bastard.
No.
Yo, you get it all here in the basement. You get it all here in the basement.
Yo, I'm tired. That's what's going on. It's like 1 in the morning. I gotta go to bed. This is
yeah. Yo, but
so we're not playing. What happened?
But at the end of the day, I'm a authoritarian government. I don't care what it is. I don't want somebody telling me what not to do. I want freedom to do what I want to do.
Don't tell me what to do.
I want freedom, 100% freedom all the way.
What to do?
If I want to go get high and die, that's my business.
That's racist.
Don't tell me what to do.
So that is crazy, though, that this really does affect older people like that. That is sad.
It was targeted.
That's what they say. That's what they say. They don't want going to old folks' homes.
Yo, Noel, I can never see him into conspiracy theories for old people. Like, you see his face.
Like, after them.
Hold on.
The old people alive during Jim Crow era.
Yes, you know why they cut it off? Because they want to pay Social Security. It was a dead program, so they found a way to cut it off.
That's why the government spent Corona, so they have to pay Social Security.
Yeah.
You telling me this is not targeted? Look at
They're masks.
Pacific Islanders.
There's not that many of those niggas. Keep going.
Not that many of them niggas.
I give you
Latino.
Those niggas walk around with masks.
All day,
non-Hispanic black.
Definitely don't wear masks.
Hispanic, American, Indian, or Alaskan Native, like us.
Jesus Christ.
What was all that?
The Puerto Ricans.
Oh, it's targeted.
Target.
I knew. Come here to us again.
That ginger tea ain't working. That's going around in the Puerto
Read that
Rican
again. Non-Hispanic American. What does it say?
Non-Hispanic American, Indian, or Alaskan Native.
So who are they talking about?
These things nobody. They don't exist.
Nobody.
Oh, are they trying to sell out Cherokees?
And I do not have non-Hispanic American and or last name. So
There's like 5 of those things in America. What?
Yeah.
Yo,
220.
Is the number or is it percentage?
Oh, that's rate per 100,000 population. So 221,000 of those non-existent motherfuckers.
There's more of those than we thought.
Right.
Beato.
That's silent minority.
That's probably the board.
Yo, son.
Anyway, I gotta go.
Yo, so we played or what?
I might play for a little bit.
I'm about to go to sleep. Yeah, I need to go.
You want to play now?
Oh, I don't know if I think I'm too tired. I might make mistakes.
I made mistakes. It's a game. I bet. I'll get on.
Oh, I did not unlock the trick.
Oh.
Oh,
I could not get that last guy ran over.
You somebody over?
It all just switched all over.
Oh, that's whack.
I feel like I killed Fabio. Nah.
It's my fault.
My fault.
Switching back and like it being enjoyable after losing better than.
Yo,
you gotta tell everybody to watch The Last Kingdom. I saw something that said they renewed it.
So that the Umbrella Academy came out with season 2.
I saw, but I'm not that interested as I was before.
Well, somebody
after seeing Trid, I'm done. I can't watch the show.
You see, this is you want
that nigga's so gangster.
I said the same thing, bro.
That is way too gangster.
He's so hot. He's cool.
He's a fucking he's body with body.
basementny.com. We out of here. Listen to these girls. Ew.